Hello, good evening and welcome to Gander Green Lane for live commentary on the BBC Sport website and app of Sutton United against Farnham Town. Well, if it's anything like Saturday, we've got a hell of an evening to live up to. 3-3, Farnham Town were so close to making it through to the first round proper of the FA Cup, but for a 98th minute equaliser from Sutton, who have the home advantage tonight here in South London. And, well, Farnham have brought a good following with them as well, it has to be said. I can see probably about 250 supporters over on the far side here. If you've not been to Gander Green Lane, for where it is, built up area, actually the stadium has had a lot of room about it, and where they are in the corner, they are getting absolutely drenched at the moment with all that rain coming in because there's no cover above them. Alongside me, if you were with us on Saturday, as many people said you were, you remember Paul Tanner, who is the former manager here at Farnham Town, now director. Good evening, welcome back.
Evening. Oh.
Well, in the nicest possible way, and I think you'd say the same to me. I was hoping I wasn't going to see you tonight.
Well, great seeing you again in a different way, but it's a different kind of nervousness for me tonight. It's a strange one. I kind of feel we're in a good position to try and get something here, but the away tie on a Tuesday night is a completely different ball game, and just hopefully we come out top at the end of the day.
How do you kind of view what that did on Saturday, right? Because you're seconds away from adulation and celebration, and Farnham going as a town going crazy all night. And it has to be said, there was a gutting feeling at the full-time whistle, wasn't there?
Yeah, for me personally, I just kind of went numb until you kind of realise what the lads have achieved in that game, which was awesome to be kind of even part of that, and then be so close to actually going through. It was a strange feeling, and I think even for me watching in past, knowing nowhere near what that kind of level's like, but being in a dugout or on the pitch, I think it's just a shock factor. And then you kind of start to realise, and hopefully the manager went in and told them what they'd actually achieved in that game, and they were just so close from actually going through and being, or as we well know now, getting a home draw against a side which could be beatable if we win here this evening.
Yeah, and in terms of the side here this evening, I'll take you through it. It's Aziara in goal for Sutton, with Phipps, Taylor, Pruti the back three, Jones and Putin the wing backs, with Dabre and Wadham in the midfield too, Harris, Simper and Njoku making up their lineup. But talking about Farnham, who we're more interested in, with Uala in goal, Dean Jackson, Kinane and Mason in the back four, Mackenzie and Uche in midfield, with Joe Taylor and Daryl Sanders and Owen Dean across the middle of the attacking side of things, with Sam Evans up front. So the two changes are Uche in and Sam Evans in. Now, I think Sam Evans made a really big impact off the bench at the weekend.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Sam coming in, he definitely changed the way the game was being played at that point, and I think he kind of nearly deserves a little start this evening. With Uche kind of coming in, I think it just gives a little bit of difference in that area of the field.
Well, here they come. It's round two, not round two. That's where both of these sides would like to get to. But it is round two for these two clubs. Farnham Town away here at National League Sutton United. A really special evening here for the club, who are so close to getting through. It's important to say that we already know who the winner will face of this, and it is going to be a home side with Telford United. Now, Telford United are in the National League North. I think they just stayed up, didn't they?
I think looking at the league, as soon as I saw the draw, kind of had a quick look at my phone, and I think they're just above kind of relegation again at the moment. I didn't see what kind of results they've been having this season, but instantly I kind of looked at their league position and just saw, if a miracle maybe happens, we do get that, I'd feel like I felt on Saturday it's a winnable game again at home. But we've got a long way to go before that, and I don't want to talk about anything too far in front.
All right, well, look, but I'll tell you what, I was at Worthing against Forest Green last night, and the draw is quite special, isn't it? Oh, you'd see them. I mean, you would, let's face it, you would have hoped they would have pulled out maybe a Blackpool or a Bolton away, or someone Bradford away.
Yeah, we were all kind of talking about, if and what, and everyone was talking about maybe a big league club with a big following to go there and have a lot of fans in their ground and just be part of that. But again, like on the flip side of it, I think if something happens here tonight in Farnham's favour, I think you go back to nearly where we were with Sutton in their league position and where they've been struggling a little bit, and maybe you go that round again. But like I keep saying, we've got to get through this first, and that's a long way off at the moment.
And this is actually, this is Chris Agata's first home game as Sutton United manager. He's only had 2 away games, so 0-0 draw and a 3-3 draw. But this is the first time, so he left Worthing and joined the club here at Sutton United. Of course, Dean Hammond is assistant manager as well, the former Brighton and Hove Albion midfielder. So it's all set up here nicely, and I think fair to say that a lot of anticipation. We're kicking off a bit late. It's already 14 minutes to 8, and ready to go. Paul, in terms of the changes made then with Uche and Evans coming in, we spoke about Evans. What about Imran Uche? Tell me a bit about him.
Well, he's got a lot of ability. He's a big lad, and I think maybe seeing how they scored their first goal on Saturday, he might have been brought in for maybe a few dead ball kind of situations where his height brings a little bit more defensively there for attacking the ball and trying moving it out to the kind of 6 to 18 yard area. But he's a clever little he's a clever footballer, and basically his football brain is as good as his size.
So we're ready to go. Take 2. Oh no, the kickoff's gone wrong already because Jack Dean went bombing on from the right hand side. And it was actually sort of his late injury that
everyone's talked about the 2 minutes.
Yeah, the 2 minutes. I mean, it was going down that kind of caused it. We're underway anyway. Farnham attacking, but then Sutton with an interception early on here, and over the half another go, then intercepted in midfield. Uche to his left hand side, well won in by Taylor, then Dean smashes it down the right hand side, outside of the boot, and a ball run back by Sutton. So 3 at the back for them this evening. Aziar in goal, Phipps, Taylor and Pruti the back 3, Jones and Bhutan the wing backs with Dabre and Wadham the midfield 2, Harris, Simper and Njoku along the front, and then as for Farnham, Uwala in goal, Dean, Jackson, Kinane and Mason, Mackenzie and Uche in midfield 2 with Taylor on the right. Well, actually, I think it's not. Taylor on the right, Dean down the middle with sort of Evans alongside him, and then over on the left, Sanders has sort of come in as that inverted winger. Ball punted forward and collected early on by Zaki Uwala, the Farnham Town goalkeeper. Left-footed clearance, spinning in the air in his lime green kits. Sutton in their usual yellow, Farnham in their claret and blue this evening as the rain continues to team in. Sutton on the attack down the right hand side. Here's Jones, right hand side for the home side here. Scampers forward, right hand side, halfway inside the Farnham Town half. Then ball out to this left hand side. It comes now with Bhutan again, and then back it goes to Pruti. Clipped over to the right, chested down by the onrushing Taylor, and then Sutton have a little slip there as Farnham play it back, and the pitch is slippy. You can see that. Kinane now in a bit of trouble as Njoku tries to get, then Kinane eventually clears it on the edge of his own penalty. A bit of dangerous play, and then again Uche goes down. Lots of players slipping, and actually I saw Harry Cooksley go down in a warm-up as well, trying to hit a strike. So the rain adding to this service, which has obviously been watered here tonight. Here comes Sutton again, and maybe that's what Chris Agata's asked for, because he is a manager who likes to play a lot of passing football and probably wants a bit of a zip to the service. Left hand side ball whipped in towards the far post and goes out, and that was Pruti coming forward from left centre back. So 2.5 minutes played. Sutton 0, Farnham 0.
I think you can see the difference at the start of this game straight away, where that home little advantage, irrigation was on, sprinklers were going before kind of half an hour, if not a little bit longer. We've now had a little bit of misty rain hit the deck. You can see Sutton wanting to move the ball quickly, as they did a little bit for minutes of the game at Farnham, but at home they're definitely going to be a little bit more confident on the ball and move it sharper, which I think you can see instantly where Farnham have just been a little bit pushed back, a few little mistakes on the floor, perhaps not used to such a wet surface.
Here comes Sutton over the halfway line now with Dabre over to the right hand side. Jones passes it infield. Njoku now, his right foot, has it again. Out on this left hand side coming in is Prissy again. 1-2, here he is, another ball down the left, just too much on that in the end for Noah Bootin on loan from Bournemouth, the defender who came in. So 1 of 3 changes for Sutton. Dabre, Bootin and Njoku coming in. Bonner, Tizard and Nadesan dropped to the Sutton United bench this evening. Played out from the back and in, over on the left hand side as Farnham go from left to right in this first half. And the long ball forward from Jackson, just in front of that corner. It sort of wraps around that standing area in a semicircle, and they're all there. The rain has just stopped though now, which is good because they were getting rained on all evening, the poor Farnham supporters. Here's Brandon Mason at left back, former Coventry City promotion winner. Plays it down the left hand side, ball breaks to Evans eventually on the halfway line now, and he wins a throw in for Farnham on the left hand side. Well, we've had 4.5 minutes. We've seen 2 goals by this time on Saturday, Paul.
I know, it's a completely different start. It seems a lot more control by both sides, looking at a little bit more possession and building up, instead of maybe from Farnham's point of view trying to catch a little bit, counter it straight away. Or the 2 opportunities they had early on Saturday, it looks more like both teams are kind of playing in a little bit in the middle third, and Sutton are definitely kind of just pushing Farnham a little bit further back than they probably wanted to be. But I don't think you could expect any more. I don't think the 2 teams are going to make mistakes like they did early on for each other, as they did on Saturday. So maybe the scoreline, goal difference, or you're not going to see 6 goals, who knows, but both definitely in a more controlled manner in the game at the moment.
Dean chasing down Sutton here at the back, and Phipps on the ball in the centre circle. Njoku, nice touch. Here comes Dabre now. Opens up for Dabre on his left foot, strikes towards goal, and it deflects into the hands of Iwala. That's the first shot on goal in the game so far. 5.5 minutes played, and Dabre racing forward. Another player who came on Saturday and gathered by Iwala early on, Paul.
Yeah.
Dean in behind here after the slip at the Sutton defender. Then Dean slips in the penalty area, but just keeps his feet again. Then he plays it to his brother Jack down the right hand side. Good covering challenge from Bootin, and then Harris tries to play it downfield. Then another slip from Farnham, and they win a throw off Canane. There are players sliding all over the pitch here, and I don't think it's footwear, is it?
No,
Paul, I think it's just really slippy out there.
Think the moisture on the surface. You probably find, to be honest, a couple of the Farnham lads probably are wearing the wrong boots. They're not used to it. There's a decent surface out there, and it's had that kind of moisture put on top of it to make it pretty slick, and unfortunately the slickness is making us slip a little bit.
They're not going to send you down at half time to go and buy them some new boots, are they?
I'm not sure. I'm sure the kit man hopefully would have kind of sorted all those kind of things out. You would have thought they kind of expect that coming to a place like this.
Dean on the right hand side, Bootin played into Dabre. As Paul Tanner, the director here at Farnham Town, former manager as well over 8 seasons. Bootin plays it back, and then left hand side for Prutti now, who can play it forward, passes it over to the right hand side, and they build again here, Sutton. On the right hand side with Jones. Jones back into midfield with Simper. Edge of the penalty area now for Sutton, who are looking for the opener. Simper again into Dabre in midfield. Dabre just moves to the left hand side. That's a poor ball from him though, intercepted well by Farnham. You've done alright so far. Taylor tries to get away, ends up dribbling out of play to nobody. Sutton thrown on this left hand side. FA Cup history, they drew Liverpool in the cup here once. They have also had a an interesting few years, of course, when they got to League Two for a couple of seasons. They were relegated about 18 months ago. I was here for their second to last game, actually. I saw Stockport County win here on their way to promotion. And then just a few weeks ago, they sacked Steve Morrison, their manager, who was brought in about 18 months ago as well. A while with a long clearance for Farnham. Goalless so far. Long ball up again from right back towards Evans. Edge of the penalty area. Headed away by Sutton. Comes to Dabre in midfield. Dabre over to the left-hand side. And yeah, Harris was a real threat, actually. Jaden Harris, wasn't he, in the game on Saturday, Pullen? Well, unfortunately got that late equaliser, but you could tell there were a couple of players they had who were real quality, and he was one of them.
He made a big difference for a couple of their goals at important times. He looks at the kind of all-round package. He's got great strength, and even late on, as we saw, his finishing ability was very kind of direct, calm. He knew exactly what he was going to do.
He had a loan spell at Woking as well along his career. Former older shot man as well. Was at Carlisle and as well on loan, and then he came through the youth ranks at Fulham, who have got a good reputation. Not much between these two so far. 9 minutes played, goalless between Sutton and Farnham on the BBC Sport website and app. Thanks for your company this evening. Crossfield ball goes straight out for a goal kick. Not sure what Harry Phipps was doing. He scored at the weekend. Not really. He's actually playing further back tonight in defence as well. He was midfield on the weekend. Sprays it straight out. Goal kick to Farnham.
Don't mind seeing that long ball. It looks like, even this early on, they kind of, I wouldn't say they're kind of running out of what they're doing. They're sticking to their game plan, but when you see deep balls from the back, you kind of think they're looking for something to change what they're doing, but I don't think they really need to. I think both teams at the moment seem reasonably comfortable. Maybe Sutton just on top at the moment in possession, and with one kind of half shot on goal, puts them in front in those kind of areas. But like I always said, Saturday, we're capable of kind of snapping something in front of goal, and we've got players who can finish the ball, definitely.
Sanders down the right, and then Mason was fouled just before that. Free kick to Farnham, and the Sutton half here over on that left hand side where there's nobody tonight. I think they've almost closed that section of the ground. The Sutton faithful just over on our left, and mostly in this main stand, and there's quite a big following in the seating section behind the goal to our right, but opposite us there's nobody there really in the ground under seating. It's a free kick to come, left hand side, Taylor over it. Can he whip it in with his left foot here from just over the halfway line? Goalless on 10 minutes. Whipped in, Canane there, headed away, comes to Dean. That's Owen Dean, right side of the box, then strike coming in, just deflected away. I think it was, I'm not sure it was, maybe it was Jack Dean actually.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'm much surprised to see him, the one hitting it on the edge of the area. Anyway, Mason on the ball now. And it's back to the halfway line, and then Mackenzie here, Matt Mackenzie, former Hanwell man. Dean on the right side. Good possession this from Farnham, and then Sutton just intercepts. Dean though tries to get it again. Well played, Jack Dean keeps it. Oh no, just to a foul in the end. Sutton United free kick in their own half, which they'll take, and Phipps plays it across. Some of the home faithful here quite vocal around us, and the side in yellow on the ball coming forward here. Flicked up to nobody by Bootin, and then Uche loses it, and now a chance on the edge of the penalty area. It was Njoku, and he goes down. Then there's had a foul. It is Harris sliding in there on the centre back of Joe Jackson. Free kick to Farnham. Well, we're coming up to 12 minutes, 0-0. Not much between the two sides, but I actually think that probably have done pretty well here, Farnham Town. Paul, would you say?
I think it's a good start. If you look at kind of the type of game that you're probably going to get a replay coming to a place like this, I think we probably nerves have settled a little bit. They look a little bit more confident. They move the ball a little bit better over the last 5 minutes. Possession looked better, obviously, when you're kind of keeping it a little bit longer. And we've kind of had that half shot, which shows you, they've got confidence still in the 18-yard box. So I would say nerves are settled. Hopefully those little individual mistakes don't happen like we've just seen, and you give the ball away in a bad area, which I think Sutton would pounce on definitely, and try and advance quickly to go forward to try and score. But no, overall, let's say it's just a little bit even at the moment.
Ball back with goalkeeper Aziah, and then Dabre coming forward towards the halfway line. Played forward. And then clipped forward again by Farnham on their break. Dean into Sanders, then Taylor gets there. Good play from Joe Taylor, does well. Played forward now towards Mackenzie. They're a bit all over the place in midfield here, Farnham. All players a bit mixed up, and then kept in by Sutton. Mackenzie on the left, a bit out of where he normally is. Now Simper coming forward for Sutton. Mackenzie does well to get there in front of him. He's fouled, is he? No. Assistant referee says throw into Sutton. Level with the edge of their with his Farnham penalty here. Right hand side. Play back towards the halfway line. No momentum about this game, really, is there? Every time a team's had the ball and yet to really, apart from that long distance strike from Sutton, nothing for the keepers to do.
No, it kind of breaks down just as you kind of think one of the sides is getting close to maybe create a bit of an opening. Either it's a missed pass or attacker wins the ball back, and yeah, it's kind of literally playing from deep in middle third, 18 yard to 18 yard, and then things break up.
Sutton nearly give it away on the halfway line. There would have been a free run as well for Dean, but now they come forward the other way. And left hand side, cross coming in, header from Njoku, goes across the penalty area and then whipped away by Mason in the left back position. Comes back on the halfway line now, and Simper again for Sutton, tries to dink it through. The former Cambridge midfielder has it again, just over the halfway line. Right hand side now for Sutton, into Harris, bit of room, dinks it over the top, and that will go way out. Mason doesn't have to worry about that. Farnham Town goal kick. Well, it has definitely, they say sometimes the sequel isn't as good as the first movie.
No, it's
we were breathless by this time on Saturday,
yes.
And I'm full of energy tonight, Paul. I haven't raised my voice once yet.
I'm not sure what you say when you're watching the game on the halfway line and your head's just looking straight. You're not really looking to either goal. It kind of tends to not bore you, but just becomes maybe a little bit too tactical against both teams. But I generally think as this goes on, possibly Sutton will become more nervous than Farnham, because I think they would be wanting to be in a little bit more control with maybe 2 or 3 extra opportunities, which haven't actually happened at the moment. One shot on goal, yeah, they've had a lot of possession, but like you say, neither side has really worried either goalkeeper, and I think that benefits Farnham at this stage of the game, definitely.
Ball down Farnham's left, looking towards Mason, intercepted, and then Azai, their goalkeeper, who played at Chatham in the past, who got to the first round of the FA Cup. Harris just rolls his man there, wins a free kick, then puts it down and takes it himself. And they try and come forward again. Uche intercepting. Njoku now coming forward. Here comes Sutton with Simper. Opens up for Simper. Tries to strike. Jack Dean gets in there. Goes down afterwards. I think he was probably caught, but there might be a chance for Taylor at the other end. It's 4-on-4 here. Ball over to Owen Dean. Now this is the man who caused all the problems at the weekend. Dean across to the strike. It's gone to the roof of the net in the end by Sanders, but that's the first time Farnham have broke. Jack Dean's back to his feet, and well, he was.
I think he kind of got caught with the shot following through. The ball kind of run a little bit away from the attacker, and it's literally, as he's gone to shoot, he's caught Jack on the back of the calf. But that's a decent little break for us. Again, that's more of what we saw a little bit more on Saturday. Darryl with not the greatest kind of contact with the ball there, but for that split second I thought it's going to loop over the keeper, but no, straight onto the roof of the net.
Here's Harry Phipps now for Sutton. 0-0 on 17 minutes of season. Mason intercepts, and Mason's away. Out comes the goalkeeper, and it's just going to roll into his area. So what, Mason's quick as well.
Yeah, sharp.
He could have got there, but now Sutton trying to attack down their left. Long ball intercepted by Jack Dean. Then Owen Dean gets there, and he's being pulled. Free kick, and it has to be a yellow card, and it will be. Well, do you know what? Eden Pruti there probably did the right thing from a Sutton perspective, because once Owen Dean's in behind you, as we saw at the weekend, what did he do in the end? He scored 1
scored one,
and set up
one, and unfortunately for us, 2-1. He could have made it 3-1.
Oh, Paul, he wanted to forget about that. He even brought it up in his post-match interview with his blessing.
Yeah, and I think, jokingly, he's had a bit of stick about that. Everyone's been blaming the Deans for the miss and going down injured and having an extra 2 minutes put on. It was kind of, why are you taking us to Sutton? You should have put the ball away and played on with one leg late on in the game.
The brothers combining and did so well at the weekend, and then there you go, they're getting all the
all the
flack. Owen Dean been with Farnham Town, by the way, since a very young age, and special day for him at the weekend. Whipped in from Taylor, this free kick from the right, flicked header, and just wide of that far post. Actually, it wasn't too far away. I reckon it didn't quite have the pace to beat.
I think
the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's had it covered, but it's a good contact, and it's positive. We're starting to kind of push them back a little bit now. We've had two kind of good attacks where opportunities have arose, and like you say, Owen could have been in. He's got fouled, but I think once he's in behind, he's got the ability to either put a decent ball in or get on goal on the diagonal there, and maybe get a shot off. But yeah, the game goes on. Possession, we're back in Sutton.
Ball about with Phipps, who plays it across to Jack Taylor, who is a homegrown player here at Sutton. Had a loan spell with Burgess Hill Town. On the way back out to interesting Dean Hammond and Chris Agata in conversation on the near side. Ball now played down the right hand side for Dean to get in the way of, and then Evans intercepts. Here come Sutton again. Dabre forward, looks for Njoku, and then Ryan Kinane clears left-footed down the left-hand side. And Sutton have the ball again in their own half. 20 minutes played. Ooh, feels like 40, Paul, so far, I'll be honest. It's
I think this is going slower for a different reason.
They're knackered, aren't they, both sets of players, do you think? Or maybe both managers realised it was too much the weekend. Njoku tries to get in behind the left-hand side, long ball over the top by Sutton. I'm interested that Sutton seems to be playing a lot of long balls, because Chris Agata at Worthing and on Saturday we saw, and his time at Worthing, pass, that was possession-based game. They were very possession-based at Farnham, which probably did cause them a few problems actually.
Yeah.
But tonight they have been a bit, but they've been a little bit more long in there as well, haven't they?
Yeah, I don't know if they kind of think there's a little bit of a weakness in that kind of area, trying to get in behind Farnham quickly. They've definitely showed. Saturday you saw the kind of pace they move the ball, as well as individuals being quick on their own feet. But yeah, maybe it or Sutton aren't taking his instruction. Who knows? But yeah, I'd still say they're just that little bit on top at the moment. I kind of worry a little bit with the game opening up for us. We could tire in a different way when you're playing a full-time side.
Taylor down the right hand side, and Kinane, Sutton came forward, then Farnham intercepted. Owen Dean then just beaten to the ball. Phipps though loses it. Here's Sanders just trying to trick his way out, and then eventually loses it, and Sutton come forward, and that's good play from Njoku now running towards the edge of the D. Njoku with a strike towards goal, and it's straight down the throat of Zaki
Wrong decision there.
Owala. Yeah, he had a man over on the right, didn't he? But also at the same time, Sanders had it, and had he played through Dean or Evans, there might have been a big opportunity there.
Yeah, well, the game's changed to a little bit like our Saturday start of the game was, with kind of both teams going forward and getting these half opportunities. Sutton should have definitely done a little bit better there, but like I said, we've lost the ball in an attacking area, and I think that pattern is just starting to kind of come into it. And again, I don't know if it's this early on, even players are getting a little bit tired, but I think they need to make sure they keep hold of the ball.
Paul Johnson, the Farnham Town manager, in his nice puffer jacket tonight, his cargo's on, trainers kitted out for the occasion, not the cameras tonight, of course. It was on BBC iPlayer at the weekend as well. And, well, fair play to the BBC. What a game to pick. 3-all, 0-0 so far tonight. 23 minutes played between Sutton and Farnham in this FA Cup fourth qualifying round replay. The winner plays Telford United at home probably on the 1st of November, although it could get moved. Long ball forward from Farnham, then Phipps intercepts, goes back to the goalkeeper. Phipps left-footed, puts it down to Njoku, the striker, and then he's adjudged to have caught Matt McKenzie there, the defensive midfielder, and it'll be a free kick to Farnham Town, almost bang on the halfway line here. Well, should have been.
We take it a little bit deeper.
Yeah. We were talking about this last night at Worthing, how the ball never quite seems to be taken from where the free kick is ever. Jack Dean receives the ball though from the knockdown, from the long ball forward. Then Sanders, Taylor, Sanders in the penalty area, or just veers over to the left. I think it'll be a corner if it goes, and then in the end Sutton tried to play it against Mason. Mason does really well to retrieve it by the corner flag. Brilliant play from him. Lays it on to McKenzie, tries the low drive, comes back out. McKenzie towards the edge of the area, still going. McKenzie goes down, slips in the process. Then Mason tries to get in here and win it, but then Simper has it for Sutton, and here they come with Bootin left hand side. Suddenly the game got a bit of pace about it, and so has Noah Bootin, by the way. Goes down the left hand side, keeps going, early ball into the far post, queuing up, and couldn't be tapped home by Sutton, but it's still alive here for the home side with Jones. Jones whips in at the far post, waiting. Harris with the strike, straight into the hands of Awala. It broke to the right hand side of the box, left-footed half volley. It had a bit of venom about it. It was pretty high as well, but it was Awala who put his hands up and caught it well. And first bit of danger for the last few. Well, I said that cross is as good as close as it's got for Sutton. Still goalless though, 25 minutes played. Lofted ball this time. They give it Harris, who looks offside, but the flag didn't go up as Dean comes across and can't save the corner. Corner to Sutton, the first corner we've had all game. I think Harris was offside there, running in behind.
He looked it. I instantly kind of through where we're sitting, and I thought the flag looked straight over to the linesman, and I thought the flag was going to go up, but they've had that last couple of 3 minutes starting to put on a little bit of extra pressure. Our defensive positioning has been a little bit wayward, and some of the clearances in the last attack were not where they should have been. Now
Simper's corner towards the far post, headed back across, and it goes just out of play in the end. And cheers from the Worthing fans. It's nice to hear them in that corner. And it will be a goal kick for Farnham.
Yeah, just a little bit worrying that was the last kind of 2 or 3 minutes. What I was trying to say a bit earlier, once the game gets opened up, we kind of got to make sure our shape defensively is. Sounds like I'm being negative, but I think with a side like Sutton at home, you've got to make sure you're going to defend aggressively and make sure you're strong in those areas, to then perhaps be patient to get the ball back and then try and get the odd attacking area, which we had done. But yeah, they've definitely come back in, and for me it was a little bit more worrying. Things like that, just a little bit wayward. You've got to make sure that we kind of keep it.
Here's Mason, lovely 1-2 when they're under pressure on the halfway line there from Farnham. Sutton nearly intercepted it. Mason now goes forward, tries to overtake his man. Peg back a little bit, keeps it in play though. He's so good technically.
Yeah.
You can see where he's played before. Ball back to Awala, has to come out and does well. Into Jackson, all a bit nervy. To Awala again, left-footed, high ball. Met on the halfway line by a Sutton head. Taken down just by McKenzie, does really well. But then he's intercepted. And here comes Darbre now. Over to the right hand side. Here's Lewis Simper in the area now for Sutton. Dangerous chance for Farnham.
Well
good
done.
tackle.
Well done.
Well played, Jackson, who clears it long down the right, but then Sutton have it again and keep it in. They keep the pressure on here, the National League side. 2 leagues above Farnham. You wouldn't know it though from the first leg or so far. 26.5 minutes played, still goalless. Ball played by Bootin down the left hand side, then intercepted well by Taylor, and then Owen Dean. He has it, and he plays a brilliant ball through to Evans. Evans back, has to go back to Jack Dean, but nicely done. Then clips over the top. Evans is offside, and nice idea.
Positive.
So they're sort of gone. We spoke, didn't we, about Liddell being a different type of striker to Evans at the weekend. One's a bit taller, the other one perhaps can be a bit more mobile in behind.
Yeah.
Perhaps we see the game plan flipped on its head in this game. Maybe you start with Evans tonight, try and make it stick, and then Little comes on when you're trying to get him behind a tired Sutton defence.
Adam, he does pull players all over the place. His work rate is massive, and that could be a little bit of a game plan perhaps later on, seeing when maybe players are a little bit tired that he appears, and maybe we get the opportunity. But again, we kind of, every time I'm saying that we kind of fall in a little bit out of it.
Mackenzie, left hand side of the box, Sanders played it through, it's over Owen Dean's head, is headed away by Sutton. Harris has it, nods it forward, foul from Njoku, much to the fury of the Sutton bench. Free kick to Farnham here, decent area, sort of to the right of the D, probably about 40 yards from goal, and well, Paul will be happy with this passage of play on 28 minutes, still goalless.
Definitely, 100%. We've kind of, each time I've said we've looked a bit concerning, we've gone back straight away again. Like I said, that pattern which happened Saturday more than the first kind of 20 minutes of this game. I think that was a timely free kick for us. I thought they were going to break again, and that's my worry at the moment in the game, where we look like we're in control, we're getting near their 18-yard box, and if it does break down, they look very positive going forward. But we are competing, and like you say, even in a slightly different way.
Taylor whips it in towards the far post. Goalkeeper drops it. Chance for Farnham. Shot is deflected. I think it was Ryan Kinane who struck it, and it bounces out, and it's a Farnham corner. It was a good block from the Sutton defence. I'm sure his strike would have been headed in, and it deflected wide for a Farnham corner. But they're definitely having a good spell here, Paul.
This is exactly what you want. Maybe this time of the first half, we've had a couple of patterns going forward, opportunities in and around the 18 box, a corner adding the pressure. Referee wants to get involved in something now.
Well, it's the Farnham supporters we can hear in the distance here as we approach the half-hour mark. Still Sutton 0, Farnham 0 here on the BBC Sport website and app from BBC Radio Surrey. Lovely to have you with us this evening on a important night. Whipped in by Taylor, flicked header at the near post, just over the bar. Great routine, and Taylor's delivery again absolutely bob on, and it was Sanders actually who got his flick on it, just went over the bar. But two big chances for Farnham.
Yeah. What do they say? And he takes a second to score a goal. However the game's going, this is a good little kind of 5-minute spell for Farnham, and I think when Farnham are able to do that, it's going to make Sutton think, maybe slow them down a little bit and have a second thought of where them and how and what they're doing, which brings Farnham back into the game.
Ball now at the back with Sutton. Long ball forward to Njoku on the right hand side. Tries to wriggle it away. Mason gets a toe in, then given away, and here they break again. Here's Owen Dean over the halfway line, keeper off his line. He had a look, instead he plays it into Evans, little bit wide, he's forced him, but he's still got it here. Sam Evans, the striker for Farnham, into the penalty on his right foot. Evans puts it into the area, and it deflected. It was a low shot, nearly out did the goalkeeper, who got down and is all blue to his right there, David Aziaya, and in the end it was a catch for him, and they played out, and it's still goalless.
Yeah, it's definitely Farnham's best spell of the first half here. I've kind of been looking to my right for the last 5 minutes, which is a good kind of thing to be doing.
Well, Owen Dean is just, if you play through him, stuff happens. Slip at the back though, as Njoku tries to bring it forward, gets a second opportunity at it. Now Simper hugging the right hand touchline, 1-2 in onto his left foot, then clips again inside, but great tackles by Farnham, and every tackle being cheered by that away following. Ball now the right hand side with Dabre now in the centre circle.
I think for Owen it's a perfect stage, the last two games, for anybody who kind of wants to see how a young player has kind of come through the ranks of a non-league club and seeing his ability and what it as a full range of a player.
He's special, there's no doubt about that, and I know you won't want him to be flogged, but I'm sure he'll have some suitors after his performance on Saturday, especially with it being in the spotlight. Long ball forward to Bootin. It was heading towards the corner flag. He was offside. Jeer for the linesman, who the Farnham Town fans say finally he got one right.
If anyone is really watching him, what I can say is this probably the best 2 games I've ever seen him play, and he's not really his worth, you know. It's amazed me how he plays these 2 games.
I know. I heard he was pretty terrible. You were going to bench. I think Paul was going to bench him, wasn't he?
I think Paul had to have a good talking to him after the game, Sat.
Thanks for playing well, mate. And look, you might get to the first round of the FA Cup, but if you leave, it might stop our promotion push to the National League South, eh?
Yeah.
Ball at the back with Sutton here. 0-0, 33 minutes played here at Gander Green Lane. Lovely name for a ground, isn't it? Not quite the Memorial Ground.
Not quite the Memorial Ground, but loads of history, really, in football, right the way through.
Ball down the right, and then Kinane takes it down, then has to put it out. Chance for the throw here on the left-hand side for Sutton. Well, Pruti is going to give it to Noah Bootin. And in the centre circle to Jack Taylor. And then just about
got it away.
Uche on the edge of his box. Dean then wins ahead. He's got a great leap on him as well. He's very good in the air for someone who's not particularly tall. He's actually a good outlet to play it long to. Sutton have it in the back with their back 3 here, and they are a side who, you know, would have been expected to be higher up, given they're coming down from League 2. Long ball forward towards Dabre. They're currently in the relegation battle in the National League, whether you can call it that at the stage of the season. But Simper here on the ball for them, tries to get into the area. Then comes Njoku, good tackle by Uche, who steals the ball from Harris. Ball back over on the right though for Sutton, who attack here. 0-0. Then Dabre looking to try and get it, and then really good play to win a free kick. Great play by Matt McKenzie, and he is a terrific holding midfielder, isn't he? Breaks up the play, he wins fouls, he's good with his feet. He's not bad in the box, as we saw earlier as well.
He's scored a few goals this season. He's got a little eye for goal. He's a bit of an old school 18-yard to 18-yard player, and he was really disappointed. I think it was Harris who had a little kind of 1-to-1 tussle, which I think might have led to their second equaliser. He kind of felt like he shouldn't have let that go, but on Saturday, but he shows his worth every single game.
Taken down from the goal kick, comes to Taylor, edge of the box. Farnham on the attack here, looking for the
yes! Oh yes!
Oh, it's a brilliant goal from Joe Taylor. Right-footed shots, arrowed into the corner of the net. Well, deja vu from Saturday.
There we go.
Because Farnham Town.
Some stunned faces round me at the moment.
Farnham Town are 1-0 up against Sutton United. And as it stands, they're heading to the first round proper of the FA Cup.
Wow. Well, talk about out of the blue, and that's what that man can do. He's done that 2 or 3 times this season, cutting in onto the left-hand side, and he's shown by the balls he's been putting in with deliveries from set plays. He can definitely strike a ball. And I wouldn't say that's against any kind of run of play. It's been even. We may have just been a little bit in front with a bit of pressure over the last 10 minutes, but that is perfect timing.
Well, he was exceptional at the weekend, Joe Taylor. Absolutely brilliant, and he's done it again here. Right foot, whipped into the corner of the net. They're so deadly in front of goal, this Farnham Town side. And they lead here away at National League Sutton United by a goal to 0, Paul.
Say that again.
You don't believe me.
Oh dear. I'm just looking now and hoping that kind of reaction from Sutton, or our bad reaction, that we kind of make sure we kill it for another kind of 5 minutes and let the game settle again, because what we don't want to do now is kind of be a bit anxious.
Phipps at the back to Dabre. Phipps then back to the goalkeeper again. Azai on the ball now, bringing it out. And then again, Sutton just... No, nothing really about them at the moment. They're pretty turgid. Not when the commentators curse it, but If you're just joining us, Sutton 0, Farnham 1. If you know someone not joining us, get them to the link on the BBC Sport website, because suddenly this game might have a lot more interest than it did at 0-0, because Farnham Town are winning here, and a special night here regardless of the result. And they're in again here, left hand side with Mackenzie. Just can't quite get the momentum going, but he does well. Plays it inside to Darryl Sanders, who scored brilliantly at the weekend, showed the calmness of a veteran in front of goal. Now down the left hand side with Mason towards the corner flag, looks for the cross, it's behind everyone and just intercepted by Sutton. The run from Evans was in front of it, and now they try and clear the home side with Jack Wadham over to the right hand side looking for Njoku, and then ball out of play. Sutton throw right hand side, but it is Sutton 0, Farnham 1 on 38 minutes.
It's a great little 15 minutes we've had. And even the last 30 seconds watching it from scoring, I feel that the shape's good. We're intercepting at the right times, right area in the field. We're not letting them kind of push us back again like what happened straight away at the start of the game on Saturday.
Ball over to the right hand side. Played infield from the Taylor of Sutton. We've got two Taylors on the pitch. And what number are they both wearing? 16. Sutton Taylor, who's a Jack Taylor, and a Joe Taylor for Farnham. And I think I probably got those two mixed up a couple of times on Saturday, I'm going to guess, Paul. Right. Not that you noticed, you were too nervous.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, it was too nervous for me Saturday, the way the game started. Like I said, I kind of settled into this one, and
yeah, well, they're in again. Evans, left hand side, ball over from the throw on the left hand side. Evans onto his right foot, brilliantly done. Pull back to the edge of the area. Sanders with the strike.
Oh, it's hit the post.
Oh, it was nearly two. And Farnham so close to doubling their lead here.
Oh.
Sanders onto his right foot, straight towards the corner, and almost in slow motion, it just came away from the goalkeeper's left-hand post. Still 1-0.
Talk about the nerves. That was like slow motion. He's positionally put that in that area, and I thought it'd gone in once I'd seen where the keeper was.
Well, Sutton now at the other end, just intercepted by Mackenzie. Well played. I think he might have taken a deflection as well on that strike from Sanders. Mason in there, then cleared by Farnham. Nicely done, out of play. Thrown to Sutton right hand side. But I tell you what, they are again. I mean, okay, Sutton towards the bottom of the league, but this is a side here in League 2.
Yeah.
18 months ago, and Farnham have been the better side over what? Probably over the two legs. We're talking nearly 140 minutes of football, over 2 hours of football here.
I think 100%. If you look at Saturday and the way this game's gone and how it started, I'd feel confident. Even in the last couple of days, I kept on saying to people, you feel that tie away on a Tuesday to a bigger name club. You know, it tends to kind of go a complete opposite way, but this game's grown into kind of what Saturday was, and we have created more opportunities. We've definitely been more aggressive defensively, and I know Paul's asking them to be that instead of sitting too deep and letting Sutton pass the ball round them and come into kind of danger areas. But yeah, we've competed all the way through, and maybe a worry later on, the energy levels do drop, but we've got to defend at another corner.
Yeah, corner to Sutton. They had tried to attack down the right hand side. Good bit of passing play. Van Simper's got this corner here, so the throw forward, the big lads, and let's not forget they scored a free header from a corner at the weekend. There's got to be better defending here from Farnham. Yeah, 4 minutes until the break. 1-0 to Farnham. It's going to be whipped in, left-footed. Simper has got a great delivery, curls it in right on top of the goalkeeper, then smashed away by Owen Dean, high as well, spinning into the rain which has started again, and it'll go out on this touchline left hand side for a Sutton throw in. Well, good defending there from the corner, because that was a great delivery from Simper for Sutton.
Deliveries on the set plays from both sides have been excellent, and like I said, we've defended that a lot better this evening, right from the start of the game. Even though probably 15 or 10 minutes ago was the first corner, 15 minutes max. But what I've just seen on that, it looks like we want to compete, and that's, I think, that was definitely one of the instructions from Paul Johnson after Saturday's game, was just to make sure we defend more aggressively, but strongly in a way that we're not going to be giving away fouls. I paused because I just
Booting, in the area, pulls it across goal, sky high clearance, well played Jackson. It does go for a corner though, but he just got in behind there. Noah Booting, the left wing back. Dangerous chance for Farnham, but corner kick for them to defend here.
It's funny how the pressure's come back in straight away from Sutton right at the end of the first half after we scored.
You know, it's similar to what happened at the weekend. It's going to happen against higher opposition. Simple with the corner, 1-0 to Farnham. Whipped in, headed away by Dean again. Every header he seems to be getting to. That's Owen Dean. Then Simper again towards the far post, headed up away from Ryan Kinane, their towering captain. All the height from him. Then Evans takes it down, tries to play it out to the right, intercepted. Now Bootin tries to shoot, wins the throw left hand side for Sutton. Home side a little bit more pleased with what they're seeing. Have they got some? I think it's just the acoustics of this stand. I think they've got rattlers in front of us. It's just some good noise on the hands pounding together in front of
hand
us.
clappers.
Oh, they got some hand clappers. I was going to say. Jack Dean then clears it away from right back. Falls to Harris. Harris with number 23 for Sutton. Whip ball into the area. It's high towards the far post. Headed down. Farnham clear. And now have it with Mackenzie on the left hand side. 43.5 minutes played. Sutton United 0, Farnham Town 1 on the BBC Sport website and app from BBC Radio Surrey, with myself, Robin Gray, and the Farnham Town director and former manager of 8 seasons, Paul Tanner, alongside me.
I think if we can just get in at half time now, that's a different conversation than Saturday. I think they need a recap. Make sure that you've got the energy for the next 45 minutes. If we can just make it 1-0 in, I think there will be a lot more said in Sutton's changing room than Farnham's.
Paul Johnson just having a little conversation, the Farnham Town manager, with the 4th official. Ball whipped down the right hand side by trying to be cleared rather by Sutton, intercepted, and a throw in for Sutton. I'll see that board soon. Still talking to him is the Farnham manager, wanting to know how long added on. Jack Dean nods it up as the ball's put forward by Sutton, then breaks to Owen Dean.
Here we go,
Owen Dean, and Jay Taylor's in behind, right hand side, could be 2 here for Farnham. Taylor!
Oh,
post!
Oh.
They've hit the post twice, Farnham Town, and he went for the near post. The keeper was beaten, but the angle against him, to be fair, and he hit the outside of the post. And the pounding you can hear on the microphones is Paul Tanner alongside me, patting his head and thinking that should have been and could have been 2-0.
Oh God, it could have been 3-0. It's just one of those games again now, completely changed from the first 20 to 25 minutes.
Well, they're on the attack here again with Sanders. 1 minute added time. I've already had 10 seconds of it. And ball at the back now with Phipps, played into Pruti, and they're off again here. Dabre over to the right hand side, plays the 1-2, played back to Jones, the Sutton right wing back, formerly of Aldershot, the captain that led them to Wembley. Harris again, 1-2, chance here for Sutton, and how they missed. That is a big miss, whipped across goal, edge of the 6-yard box. It was Brandon Njoku who clipped it over the crossbar, and I'm quite surprised, Paul, that wasn't 1-1.
That to me should have been 1-1, definitely. That more so was kind of easier in front of goal than us hitting the post twice. I looked straight down to our dugout, and Paul's turned towards the dugout with a cheeky grin as if to say, thank God that's happened.
Well, getting in at half time, 1-0 up would be everything, wouldn't it?
Oh, I think that psychologically that's a massive difference. I mean, Sutton have changed a little bit. As soon as they've gone 1-0 down, the speed that they're coming forward, it's not really happening. The passing across the field slowed down, and they're being more direct, getting the ball up to us. Which, again, I think if that fails for them psychologically, that's going to get in their heads, and that means that they're coming up against brick walls. That's been their best chance in the last 10 seconds of the first half since their first half shot, which was probably 5 minutes at the start of the half. So I think however it's gone, and we've definitely grown and created more opportunities, hitting the post twice, going in front. they're going to be sat in that change room kind of wondering, is this going to happen again? And I think we're going with, let's say, a tired confidence, because I don't care what anyone says, when you've got a full-time club, the fitness level, even in the first half, will change and you get mentally drained. If we're hanging on, it could be that exciting finish again if it does go the full distance with just that one goal at the moment. But again, like I said, half-time on Saturday, I just feel there's more goals, and hopefully they're from Farnham.
Well, it is the half-time whistle, and it is Sutton United 0, Farnham Town 1 at the break. That goal from Taylor putting the side in the 7th tier of English football with, at half-time, 1 foot into the first round proper of the FA Cup. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for second half commentary, but at half-time, Sutton United 0, Farnham Town 1.
Funny, you watch your club, and I kind of Saturday night I kind of wondered, has there been any other FA Cup ties today which have probably been as exciting as the home fixture? But again, this is starting to build up again for Southern.
I didn't see, but I think Dorking Aldershot was quite close in the end. But I haven't.
Yeah, you look at the score lines and you think, something must have been good in that game.
And Tommy's shot horror. Tommy's going to resign this morning.
That was crazy, yeah. I was surprised at that. Yeah. People were saying, though, if he goes somewhere, because he normally resigns before he goes somewhere.
I heard that.
They're an absolute mad club, though, aren't they? Hartlepool, so would you want to go there? That could be part of it. I mean, I saw Theo, his son, put on whatever's next or something. I'll be there to support him. So that maybe implies that he doesn't have a move. I don't know. No, Douse. I interviewed Douse the other day, and he really backed him. He was like, really backed him.
Douse is a character. I met him at Woking. I used to go to Woking a lot, and over the years I've kind of known a couple of chairmen who've been in there, and learned a lot from talking to the managers which were over there when I was doing it.
Yeah, he was fine. Oh, mate, don't be silly. No. I'm glad you. Yeah, I know. Well, they said to me you've got one space the other day. I was like, great. I did see earlier. I thought it wasn't too bad. I actually can't tell you whether today. I've been in London meeting today, so I came a bit earlier.
A few scores to take you through here at half-time at Gander Green Lane. So we'll go through the scores on the floors around the country. Across the other FA Cup 4 qualifying round replays. Sutton United is currently Rugby Town 2, Woking 2. Chester 0, Morecambe 0. Harbour Town 0, Hawksbury 0. Hartlepool United 0, Gainsborough 2. St Albans 0, Banbury United 0. And Surrey City 0, AFC Sutton 1. There's also in England games currently Nutmere 0, England 1.
know this game goes for extra time. Because what? You know this game goes for extra time. Really?
It does, yeah. Yeah.
Like last night? What? When's the last time? What time was the last time?
Welcome back to Gander Green Lane for commentary of Sutton United 0, Farnham Town 1 at half-time. Well, Farnham Town are in front thanks to Joe Taylor, and it was a brilliant goal as well at that, wasn't it? Paul Tanner alongside me, the former Farnham manager. I want you to just relay to our listeners what you were telling me a little bit about the following tonight.
Well, literally, like I was just saying, I look right to my left and see a whole corner of Sutton's ground filled with Farnham fans, and it's just unbelievable the following that we've had for this game. I can remember, a couple of seasons ago when we were starting to kind of come up the ladder a little bit, and it went from numbers being brought in at home to then thinking, look, we've got 50 away supporters now, and then it's kind of crept to 100, and you see that up and down a little bit depending on the fixtures, but to bring, and I don't think I'm going to exaggerate, I think there's more towards 300 over in that corner now. That's just amazing for all the support the lads have got, and now the game's up and running again, the nerves will probably start.
Back underway for the second half. I'll tell you about the Sutton changes in just a moment. Long clearance straight away though from Farnham. Farnham now from right to left in the second period. Evans on the halfway line plays it in behind to Sanders, and Sanders has it, and they're in here. Farnham, they play it right. Evans on the right hand side, Owen Dean in the middle. Evans by the corner flag in front of those Farnham supporters as the rain pours in, and he tries to win a corner and the cross goes in the end. I'm just trying to check who's gone off. I saw Pruti go off. I saw Will Tizard come on. I saw Ashley Naderson come on. I think Mo Dabre went off, didn't he? He did. There we go. I know my Sutton now, you see, Paul, because we've had two games of them. I should come and cover them, really, shouldn't I?
I think you'll be. Yeah, I think hopefully you'll be following us again.
Right, exactly. Book your tickets as it stands and for Farnham Town against Telford on the weekend of the 1st of November. I don't want to tempt fate though. Maybe we shouldn't talk about too much while Sutton are on the attack. Goes out of play. But if it was in the next round, Telford United at home, that isn't perhaps the sexy tie that's going to bring the BBC cameras back. Not
quite the tie to bring the TV cameras, but again, as I was saying off mic at half time, you kind of think it's a good draw in a way. If we do get through this round, I think with the confidence of coming out of 2 games against Sutton United and maybe getting a result this evening, I think all confidence would be there, thinking that we could actually go to the next round, which would be unbelievable in the club's history.
Ball swept away, given away, and Taylor again! Oh! Saved by the goalkeeper!
Oh, what a save, though.
The goalkeeper with a huge error as the keeper tried to play it out, gave it straight to Joe Taylor for Farnham, who already scored the first, and he rattled it against the goalkeeper's hands, and it went out for a corner.
I'm a little bit stunned with what I'm seeing in these periods of the game. Instantly, you couldn't imagine if I was in the Sutton United dugout watching that happen straight away in the second half. I mean, talk about don't let anything happen, make sure you kind of deal with things solidly, get better possession, go forward. All those kind of things have probably been said, and you see your keeper make that mistake, and in all honesty, on the left foot there, I thought that was going to be 2-0.
Taylor to take the corner, the goal scorer, the man who could have made it 2 as well. Left footed, it'll be an outswing of this for Farnham Town, who are 1-0 up. Whipped in, headers at the back post going up, and then cleared, and it was Booton trying to clear it away down the right hand side. Now with Taylor again, looks for the whip cross, goes into the standing supporters down this near side where the smoke blows away from the food hut, and player down here for Farnham is Joe Jackson, who's been phenomenal in these 2 games.
He's such a utility player. His ability to play the game in 2, 3, maybe 4 positions have been unreal over the last 2 or 3 seasons. I don't know if that's going to help us, that little stoppage. It probably will take a little bit of pressure off us, but yeah, another great start. Shot on goal, which I think everybody thought it may go in the back of the net. I'm just a little bit surprised how, in a good way, how when you look at the whole game at the moment, where we've kind of come out on top in lots of areas.
Yeah, and let's be honest, right? Your squad at Farnham probably would be all right in the National League South, wouldn't it? Do you think? If it was in there, you think? Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
personally.
it's still, does it? I mean, it probably shows that Sutton have gone a bit poorer, or they're just in a really bad place as well. Or do you think it just shows that Farnham actually, do you know what? They're not even far off the National League in terms of their level.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say that instantly, but I think the timing.
Putting words in your mouth.
Yeah, the time of the fixture is timely in a good way for Farnham. I think Sutton are obviously having a little bit of a changing period. New manager coming in, maybe he's trying to do things a little bit different than the players are used to. We literally have been on fire the last 2 seasons and still unbeaten in the league. But that's not taking anything away from any individual. Any way the team plays, we're a good side. We've got a good squad, and we want to compete in the National League South. That's where we want to be. We've not quite had visions of kind of where Sutton are at the moment, but yeah, the ambition's still there. So you've got to fill that ambition with quality players. So yeah, I wouldn't take anything away from the kind of players that we got. It's not a one-off. Let's put it that way.
Uche down the right. Leggett's come on for Jackson, who's gone off injured for Farnham. Crossing from the right is deflected, and Sutton bring it away down their left and play it down towards Naderson, the striker, from a Red Hill player, Hawley Town amongst a few others in our part of the world. Then clip forward again by Mackenzie midfield. So I'll come to this in a moment because Boutin's just motoring forward down the left hand side. French defender
offside.
And offside on that left for Njoku. So I've seen now that Jack Dean's gone into centre half, Leggett's gone to right back, and Stepney's not on the bench tonight, is he? Is he injured then, Paul? Because he would have been the obvious one to come on, I think, wouldn't he?
I'm not sure really with Jordan what's happened there. He may, he had a few minutes at the end of the game on Saturday, but I haven't had any actual detail of why he's not around this evening. But yeah, what's kind of happened with the back four now is you would say was pretty usual wear and what. The only other person who might have...
Oh, indeed, he knocked it down in the penalty area.
Wow.
That looked like a handball from the Sutton defender. Huge appeals from the Farnham Town supporters in the corner of the ground there, and it did from this angle, even this far away in this main stand, looked like it would have struck a hand. That nodded down. Well, there were big appeals. My instance was that the referee was going to blow his whistle.
Yeah, that was a bit of a strange one. He actually looked like he moved his arm down to hit it down. But maybe it was just a motion that was happening and the referee's giving him the benefit of the doubt there. What I was saying is the only other person who's kind of sat on the bench who may have come straight in at right back would have been Max Meaton, but he's not had any real minutes at all yet this season. He was out injured and just kind of come back from that, and that's probably where Leggett's just gone in. Maybe a little bit concerning with the pace that Sutton have had. He's coming at right back. Max is quite quick on his feet, and you maybe see another little shuffle around and see Leggett come into midfield a bit later, and Max may come on at right back.
Zoe Dean just can't quite keep it in. It keeps going, was fouled, but it was already blown up. So 52 minutes played. Sutton 0, Farnham 1 here on the BBC Sport website and app. Jones with the throw in. Just taken back, and ball played over to the left hand side with Boutin again. That rain, like a misty rain, isn't it, here in Sutton this evening? But I wouldn't have wanted to be under it all night like those Sutton fans. It's quite cold tonight as well, I've got to say, Paul. It's a bit better in the stand.
Yeah, a little change in the weather this week.
Get your Christmas trees ready, and who knows? But by Christmas, you could be in the third round of the FA Cup. But
I'll tell you what, if we go through tonight, I think I might get some tinsel out anyway.
Jones on the right hand side for Sutton, who are 1-0 down here to Farnham Town from the 7th tier of English football. Mason does well, wins it. Taylor, Sanders round the corner. Owen Dean, here's their star, and he dribbles towards the area, and he keeps going. Dean, and he tries to trick his way through, can't. He just blocks in the end. Here's Naderson now. Now he's a good player for Sutton, and he races forward down the right, and he tries to overtake Kinane, and Naderson plays it across the penalty area, and it's slid away by Farnham out for a throw-in. But that's the first time Sutton have shown any sort of impetus in this second period, and it took it probably about 8 minutes into the second half, if not 9, for Ashley Naderson to have a go here. Jones into Naderson, edge of the penalty area for Sutton, looking for an equaliser, cleared away by Jack Dean, who's moved to centre back. Ball now spun out to the right hand side with Jones. Jones with cross, in comes the header, headed away in the end, and then by Uche. 2 headers, the first from Leggett, the midfielder, turned right back, and then Uche comes forward again. He tried to play in Dean and he couldn't quite find him, and here comes Sutton again with Tizard, the substitute, the centre back, former Southampton academy player, out to boot it on this left hand side. Nice skill, gets behind the Farnham player and then tries to cut inside into the area. Good play though from Joe Taylor. He can't just whip it in, he can't just score, he can defend as well, and that's brilliant. And Leggett does well, comes away with the ball, right hand side, Leggett, diagonal ball now, looking for Evans. Can he take it down here? Well, he goes with the ball to the left hand side, just this near touch line in front of us. Opens up for him, Mason on the overlap, there's men in the middle here, looks for the cross, the one handball again. It is a free kick for handball, is it? Or corner? No, free kick.
No, he's giving a free kick, yeah.
Well, that one looked less of a handball than the penalty.
Yeah, it did actually.
To me. Well, I don't even think Mason appealed for a handball, did he?
No, he went running off to take the corner.
Corner it is then. Sorry, free kick it is to Farnham. And, well, to be honest, it doesn't really matter from a Farnham perspective, because Joe Taylor would loves a delivery, and he'll be as good as he will from this angle had it been a corner anyway, Paul, I'd imagine.
I think the pace and width that he gets can kind of frighten anyone in the box when that ball starts coming across at you.
Left hand side, a couple of yards outside the penalty area. The Sutton wall backs in with the goalkeeper as they Liddell's set to come on for Farnham in a moment. First Taylor with this free kick. 1-0 to Farnham, they lead. Whips it in towards the far post. Free chance! Goal! He was Ryan Kinane up there. It looked easier to shoot, and it looked like he was playing it across goal. That
seemed harder to put where he put it.
It seemed harder to put it across goal than to put it into the net.
Oh, the ball on the impact, I thought that was just going to go straight to the back of the net. The next thing I thought it come out towards the 18-yard box.
Well, sooner or later, Farnham Town have got to take one of these other chances, haven't they?
Oh, you'd hope so. You don't want to be talking about missed chances at the end of the game. I think this is a little change that I was talking about in the first half. I think Lids is going to come on and probably run the back three ragged, hopefully, and stretch them where maybe they'll get some certain openings come through from midfield. Sam's done excellent.
Yeah, Evans coming off. He's the record signing for Farnham Town, who signed from Slough in March. Sutton take their free kick to Tizard now down the right flank, nodded away. Mason, left back position.
Oh no.
Gives it away. Simper running to the area now. Simper strikes it towards goal. It was low and not with much pace, so Zaki Awala was always going to keep that. And Awala, left-footed, plays it high up towards the edge of the penalty. Then Jones just takes it down in the right back position. Lovely triangle work there. Jones again at right back. Jones has it and again plays it back. Tizard on the ball now for Sutton.
Home crowd are urging Sutton to go
they're not
forward.
happy, but let's be honest, they've watched. He's offside there. The ball played down the right channel. Free kick to Farnham. They've watched probably this season some terrible stuff, haven't they? And the new manager's come in, 2 draws. They're playing a side 2 division lower, and they're going to be expecting more than this tonight. You would be.
No,
you're a Sutton fan, wouldn't you?
Yeah, 100%. You probably wonder where you've gone in the last 18 months with everything. And to be fair to
Liddell, foul, free kick. It was went in behind down for the Farnham free kick down the left hand side.
Fair to the new lad coming in. I mean, he obviously knows he's got a little bit of work to do here to try and make sure that they stay up. That's got to be their first priority. But at games like this, you would have thought where we are as a club, they would think that they were going to go through in a tie like this, but they found themselves up against a very good Farnham side.
Addison takes a quick throw by the corner flag as Sutton won a throw down there. Simper now gets his feet muddled a little bit, tries to shake to go back, and then goes to Tizzard on the halfway line. Play back again, just in front of the dugout, just in front of us in our commentary position, in the back of this old school stand here in South London this evening. I heard it called a Surrey derby this, but Sutton isn't in Surrey. That's true, isn't it? It's in the borough of London, just. I looked it up today. I think some people have got a Surrey postcode though. Tizzard on the ball now.
Everyone wants a Surrey postcode.
I do. Bit more forward to Harris. Harris plays it in. Tizzard in the penalty area now. Can he sort his feet out? He can't. He has to set up for a corner. Canane does well. Although Sutton had many players over and should have done more of that. We're on the hour mark here. Sutton 0, Farnham 1, but Sutton are finally starting to wake up here as chance of yellows come from behind that goal.
I think they've got to from their point of view. They can't kind of wait for things to happen. They've got to try and make something happen.
Simper's corner. It'll be an in-swinger. Comes in towards the far post. Free header, bounces down onto the roof of the net. How has that not gone in? Well, I think it was Harris who nodded it down, and I kid you not, he is like 5 yards out, bounced it into the turf, and he's headed it that hard down that it's actually looped and just landed off the ground on the roof of the net. Again, almost harder to get that on the roof of the net than it was in the net.
Zaggy's not the biggest stature, but I'll tell you what, I don't think I've ever seen him concerned about a ball that has bounced in the 6 yard and looping over him, but it was a strange one again. It was nearly like the slow motion from Daryl Sanders hitting the post. I thought that was going to drop over him.
Sutton on the ball now at the back and bringing it over the halfway line. Back they go to the heart of defence. Be careful not to give it away there, the home side. Certainly been woken up a bit by that chance. A few more supporters getting behind their side. Simper, left hand side, whips it over to the left hand side where Bootin has it, and then good tackle into the back of them by Uche, the midfielder, who's done well tonight coming in, didn't play at the weekend. Ball now down the left hand side and just goes out of play. Bootin's furious, he doesn't think it went out. The assistant referee says different. There's Farnham Town supporters in the corner to our left. Will be happy with how things are now on 62 minutes. 1-0 up here at Sutton United, and as it stands we'll be playing Telford in the first round proper of the FA Cup. It is getting closer. There's a long way to go in this game, and don't forget tonight, if it's a draw, extra time and penalties. Here's Addison onto his right foot, and then intercepted by Taylor, who loses it. Addison's got it back. Addison across goal, and then Canane was clearing it away. Liddell on the halfway line. Well, Farnham a little bit all over the place. They wanted the free kick there, didn't get it, and now Sutton have the ball at the back, but just got to be a bit careful here because they kept composed so much all night.
Yeah, I think
Taylor, I mean, he suppose it was fouled, but the only thing I'd say about that, Paul, was the foul wasn't given, but two, he had plenty of time to clear the ball before that.
Exactly. He kind of kept on going himself and was probably had a little nudge in the back a couple of times, but didn't go down, which was probably his downfall, where he didn't kind of go and hit the deck. They never got given, and I think what you've got to start doing again is just try and get the ball again, instead of doing things instantly individually. Just try and collectively get that bit of slow possession again, but with a bit more confidence, because Sutton are really putting a little pressure on in Farnham's half.
Interesting moment there. Canane's just belted the ball out, came off Addison. Assistant flag for a Sutton throw. The referee went, "No, you're wrong, mate. It's a Farnham throw," and changed it. Change coming here. Daryl Sanders coming off, and Ogo Obi, who came on late at the weekend, didn't he? Late on in that game, is coming on, like for like. Obi, bit of pace about him. 6 goals this season. He had an amazing season at Wingate and Finchley last season as well. Got 27.
I think you'll see Bobby drop into the central area, and maybe Owen Dean drop a little bit deeper at the moment.
Bootin off for Sutton, and David Ogbonna, who played quite well at the weekend, on. He's actually, I think he played with Evans at Slough Town, the Farnham striker. Bonnet. Throw taken. Here comes.
Oh, it's opening up
Sutton.
there.
He's ran all the way here. Naderson, right hand side of the box, put across, goal! Oh, and just got away by Farnham, but then they hit it against the Sutton player. Just wriggled away to the left hand side of the area as they cleared it. But Sutton having their best spell of the game here on 64 minutes. Still Farnham lead, but Simper on the attack this time, crossing. Dean with a diving header, and then Mackenzie skewed clearance down the left. And Tizzard then chested down Farnham throw. That relieves the pressure because that was dangerous.
Yeah, they're piling it on now. The pressure's kind of starting to build up. Very nervous times for Farnham. Defending well, but in an anxious way.
Still the away side lead here. A side in claret and blue. And then Oatby down the left hand side. Just can't quite keep it in. So Jones will have a throw in, which he will take. And Sutton try and build it from the back here. Thanks for joining us this evening on the BBC Sport website and at Robin Gray and Paul Tanner, the former Farnham town manager, now director. Coming forward though for Sutton, over from the left hand side as Bonner, drifted in from the left hand side, got it on his right foot, drove it low, beaten away by a Farnham boot on the edge of their own penalty area. Sutton still on the attack. More chance of yellows. They try and get in now down the left. Crossing opportunity for them by the corner flag. Played back down the line again. Bonner, tricky feet, gets it onto his left foot, crosses it in, breaks for Simba here. Striking opportunity. Oh, it's into the top corner. And Sutton have levelled things up in their best spell of the game. And it's Louis Simba who's got it for them, who scored at the weekend, and this time wraps that one into the top corner past Zaki Awala. Well, 66 minutes on the clock. Missed chances paying so far for Farnham Town. It's Sutton United 1, Farnham Town 1.
That's a great finish, great strike. You could feel something building. Players were getting longer on the ball, they were getting more open space in front of them. It just got to him so neatly, and what a great finish.
You just worry that won't tip things too much, although let's not forget Sutton equalised 3 times at the weekend, and Farnham still went in front, and they're trying to get in down the right hand side here. The ball towards and they're giving it away, Sutton, and they've got it again here with Taylor in the penalty area. Farnham with the ball across, and it comes off a Sutton player and goes for a Farnham corner, and just like that they're at the other end, they're back on their feet and they're having a go, and they've got a Joe Taylor corner. The character they've shown across these 2 games has been phenomenal, Paul.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Full credit to them. I mean, they've had 5 to 10 minutes of under pressure. They've just conceded, but straight away their input is back up the end. Let's get another one, let's get in front again, and let's see what comes from this corner.
Taylor to take it. It'll be an in-swinger, and he's so good at deliveries. He has been. Expect it here in front of the Farnham fans, willing him on. Whipped in, flicked header back across the goal by Sutton head. It'll be a throw into Farnham on the other side now, left hand side here. 67.5 minutes on the clock. 1-1 as it stands, extra time and penalties here in the FA Cup 4th qualifying round. Long throw to come here from Dean. Is it Dean? Owen Dean? Yeah, it is. Long throw from him. Loops it into the penalty area. Flicked on, chested away, and just got out by Sutton. Dangerous that for Sutton, who just about dealt with it. Mackenzie does well on the halfway line, but then loses it, does he? No foul, said the referee. Oh, foul in the way of Farnham. And Chris Agata goes mental. And Farnham would be happy with that, because it was they got themselves in a bit of trouble, but Mason in the end apparently was fouled according to the referee. I can see a little bit why the home side might have been a bit annoyed there, Paul.
Yeah,
we won't be too bothered about that, will we?
I think that, no, definitely not at this moment in time. I think the tension everywhere, even the ref is kind of, and you're not sure if he's making some anxious decisions instantly, but yeah, no, that's helping us there. Again, every time I think Sutton get it's a little bit worrying. We get in position. I said it Saturday. We get in positions going forward.
Taylor's free kick. Oh, goalkeeper dropped it. Sorry, looked like an easy catch.
Yeah, my worry is these situations. We're in possession. We go forward, and then Sutton.
Well, nearly Taylor got wiped out, but it is end to end. Taylor coming forward again. He's got so much drive about him. Whip cross, steered away. Liddell on the edge. Now Uche giving away, but Liddell gets it again. Nicely done. Uche played forward. Owen Dean steers it to the right hand side. And they come forward again here. Leggett on the overlap. Ball played towards him from Jack Dean. Leggett checks back. Crossing opportunity, another corner for Farnham, and the tables are turning. I mean, it's become a bit, and I think I described this in the first game at the weekend when it was 3-3. I called it a seesaw game. It's feeling like that again now. 1-1, and we're on 70 minutes.
I think we've come off the roundabout and have definitely hit the seesaw now. What I don't want to make sure is we get on the big slide and go down. We need to stay at the top, make sure we're still on top, and better minutes for us now. Like I said, it might make Sutton think a little bit, us having this pressure, but I'm still a little bit wary every time that they break with the ball. The game's really opening up now.
I mean this, that was a brilliant commentary analogy. I'm going to nick that for another one when you're listening. Taylor whips it in towards the near post, headed away well by Sutton. Comes to Mason, who's being chased down by a Sutton player. But he goes down the right hand side. He's a right-footed left back, is Mason, so he's used to that side. And they're in again here. Whip cross! Oh, no one home to get it.
In.
And it is going to go out for a goal kick just. It was a brilliant ball in. Too good a ball because no one was there to attack it. 2
ties that we've had have been unbelievable from a football point of view. You're watching as a neutral or Sutton or Farnham, you couldn't complain about the entertainment in the game. Both sides have realised at the right times in the game they've got to go and do something, and they've gone ahead and done it. Where it ends, I honestly wouldn't know at this moment in time.
Quick ball from Simper over the top. Ryan Kinane then clears it away. Obi under it this time. Ball now forward from
it's those little areas
given away. Then again one back by Farnham. Here's Liddell. Liddell now, not much support, trying to play it through to Obi, and again giving away. Both sides giving the ball away, but both sides looking very open all of a sudden, and that's where the tiredness over 2 very intense games of football in just 3 days of starting to show, aren't they? Simper, the goal scorer for Sutton, goes forward. Tizzard on the overlap. Tizzard keeps going. Great tackle, but now Simper in the penalty area. Simper across goal, or against his own man from Farnham as they tried to clear, and then Mason gets it clear the second time, and Owen Dean mops up towards the halfway line. But that was dangerous, that from Sutton, who are going to bring on very shortly Charlie Bell, a midfielder from their academy. And now they have the ball on this left hand side towards Tizzard, who has to deal with it, plays it forward, then Jack Dean clears away. Tizzard again though, that was a tired clearance. Simper again towards the edge of the box, then Mason this time clears, but this time again, every time Farnham go upfield, there's kind of not as many players ready as there were earlier because of the tiredness. Ogbonna on this right side does well. Mason though just wins it and plays it infield, and again tired legs, no one can seem to get to the ball. Slip from Naderson, right hand side, it's back with level at the edge of the penalty area, now down the right to Ogbonna inside, Simper in the penalty area does well. No way, that's a penalty. A few half-hearted appeals, then Farnham tried to clear and eventually deflected back into their penalty area and clear again. It's pinball this, it's scattergun approach from both teams. It's Simper though, left-footed strike on his favour side, and it goes well wide of that far corner, but you don't know where to turn, you don't know who's going to give the ball away next. You don't really know which way it's going to go. You do know that you're listening to the BBC Sport website and app from BBC Radio Surrey with Robin Gray and Paul Tanner, and you listen to Sutton United 1, Farnham Town 1, with a place in the first round of the FA Cup up for grabs. And Paul,
some very nervous minutes going.
17 to go as well. Whew.
Yeah.
Well, the first change is for Sutton, where Charlie Bell's going to come on for. Is it Jaden Harris off? Yeah, it is. And then Imran Uche is going to come off, and on is going to come Harry Cooksley, who is the Love Island star, if you didn't know already. Joined the club from Hartley Whitney in 2023. Runner-up
could there be a
And
little
this,
story with him here? He pops up with important goals.
And he knows how to, I guess, play the big occasion from his TV career. Njoku on the halfway line receives the ball from the goal kick from Farnham, which came straight back at them. Now Phipps at the heart of defence. Tizzard now right hand side. Plays it down the right. Bonner back to Tizzard. Flip forward. And then Sutton just deal with it and nod it back to the goalkeeper. Well, yeah, I don't know which way this one's going to go, Paul. And to be honest, I'd say this in the nicest possible way. As a now adopted Farnham Town fan, I'm quite pleased that the drama's going to be over after it tonight, because it's been a lot, hasn't it?
Yeah, you wouldn't want another game.
No. They've been brilliant spectacles, though. Sutton throw on the left-hand side. Chance now to bring it back with Phipps, Bonner and Tizzard now all in their own half here, Sutton, but Farnham not really with the legs on the pitch for the press, as you can imagine.
No, that's dropped away.
And it's hard, isn't it, when that's your way you play in Paul Johnson's DNA, but he knows that it's just as impossible to ask that of his players at this stage of the game. So Sutton just try and play it from right to left, then intercepted by Jack Dean, then they win it back and come forward again, but then Sutton intercepting. Here's Liddell, and Liddell plays it through to Obi, and Obi tried to hit the keeper! Just over the bar! Oh my word! That would have been an FA Cup goal to remember from Ogo Obi. He was about 30 yards out, saw the keeper off his line, and I thought it was going to nestle, and it went just over the crossbar, Paul.
That's beautiful confidence. Love to see something like that. Sharp thinking.
Obi's going to get a yellow card. He's conceded the free kick. The yellow card wasn't for that, it's for kicking the ball away after.
Yeah.
14 minutes to play. Sutton 1, Farnham 1. What an incredible advert for the FA Cup. 8 goals over 2 games of football. Well, there might not be another one tonight. That would mean it goes to penalties. Extra time beckoning as it stands. Tizzard over the top. Chested down. And then McKenzie tries to clear, doesn't. Now comes to Simper. Simper in behind. Here's Naderson across goal. It should be tipped in, and it is! And Sutton go in front. Oh no!
No,
it didn't. It hit the side netting. Oh! Wow. Well, from this angle, it looked like, and I tell you what.
I think the whole stadium.
The whole stadium knew that was a goal, apart from the referee, and this as well. Racing in at the far post, I think it was it Evans, the substitute? He actually went over the barricade into the crowd after he'd hit that ball, so he just hit the side netting. But, well, as you knew by our reaction, I'm glad it wasn't just me, it did look like a Sutton goal, and it was very close to that as well.
I thought the back of the net
coming off here. Yeah, I know.
The back of the net looked like it was rippled. I thought that was it.
A hole in there was that we have. It's a sort of level of football you never know. Maybe not a National League level anymore.
No.
Well, Ben Purcell's coming on, and he's a midfielder who's replacing Matt McKenzie's been amazing in midfield over these 2 games. Long clearance from Farnham, just not sticking up front at the moment. Obi, Liddell and Owen Dean struggling to sort of take it down up there. Here's Simper at the other end. Still 1-1. False alarm, it wasn't a goal for Sutton, it was side netting. Here's Obi though, trying to get in behind Tizzard. Tizzard then deals with it and has looked quite composed as he's come on actually. Plays it out to this right hand side. Bonner who's switched wings for Chris Agata's side now. Down the right hand side. Here's a chance for him. Bonner still going towards the corner flag. Right footed cross is a good one as well. And the acrobatics is missed. Comes over to the left hand side of the area here. Another chance for Sutton. Can they get the cross in? They can't. It's a corner kick. Sutton banging on the door. And change is making a difference. Good work there from Charlie Bell.
I'm kind of wondering where Farnham get back into this game at the moment. We're not holding it anywhere near kind of the front line. The midfield sunk right back in front of the back line.
Corner taken, headed high and just wide of the post, but it's another corner. It hit a Farnham head. Well, it's so frustrating in some ways because Farnham had a brilliant chance in this game. Could have probably been home and dry. 1-1, and you never thought you'd say that, never, at a National League side in Sutton United, who were just in the Football League 18 months ago. Clip corner again by Sutton, free header coming in, just headed away and cleared again by Liddell, and then Taylor tries to get there, and this needs to be cleared by Cooksley, and it is, and he gets them out here, but Sutton on the attack again. And the ball whipped towards this right hand side. Naderson just takes it down and keeps it in. Does absolutely brilliantly there, Ashley Naderson, to do that. Then ball thudded forward. Into the area it comes. Bell cleared away by Farnham, but they're really under the pressure here. Farnham Town. 1-2 down the right. Naderson trying to get in behind Mason. Mason avoids the corner. Well played. Throw in. Does brilliantly. And what's gone on in the penalty area here? Referee just having a word. What's happening here? What's a yellow card for?
I think something happened earlier on down here. Ryan's caught.
Ryan Canane. Well, I thought it was maybe dissent or something. It was a strange time to blow up. 10 minutes left. Sutton 1, Farnham 1. Here, do not go anywhere. Even if it gets past your bedtime with extra time. Dean clears it away. Oh, and then look at getting behind here. Tries to get there. Closing challenge from the defender on the halfway line. Can't quite get in behind. Sutton have to deal with it. They lob it away. And nodded down and played over the top. Naderson takes it down, slips. Ball over to Simper. It's so open this. Simper now. Ogbonna on the overlap. Simper keeps going into the area. In behind. Mason, though, does brilliantly. That's such great experience from him, Brandon Mason. Sees the ball out. Farnham Town goal kick. The bit they're missing out on here, Paul, is when Zakiwala gets the ball here. Every time they've cleared it, probably their last 6 goal kicks, it seems to come straight back at them.
Straight back in. I mean, we've not got that kind of holding up play, aerial presence now. Players are getting tired. You were literally watching it all in Farnham's half at the moment. We need to somehow believe that we can get the ball for at least 5 minutes. Completely change the style of the game. But
Obi does get his head to it. Comes over to Dean. Dean nods it inside. Comes to Obi. Obi takes it down. Liddell across. Here's Cooksley. Cooksley towards the penalty area. The substitute on the overlap is Leggett. Leggett crosses it in. Oh, they're queuing up. It falls to Dean. Can't sort his feet out. Comes back to the edge of the area. Puts out with a strike. And it goes high. And eventually to the keeper's close to the net.
Yes!
Yes! Oh, Dean! To it!
yes!
Oh,
yes! Look at that!
Owen Dean has headed it in. They slide on their knees in the corner.
Whoa!
Because 7th tier Farnham Town, with 8 minutes remaining, are heading to the first round of the FA Cup. Sutton United 1, Farnham Town 2.
What do we say? How good he's in the air? Unbelievable. What's the keeper? 6'5"? Arms up, and he's been able to challenge and get a head on it.
Well, you expect in those moments the keeper normally gets the brace and he gets the foul. I expected him to grab it. The goal came as a surprise because Dean, Owen Dean, Mr. Farnham through and through, who would have been kicking himself that he maybe didn't win it for them at the weekend. But he was brilliant in that game.
Oh, please hold on now.
Now, he might have had his moment in history to send Farnham Town to the first round of the FA Cup for the first time in their history. And Owen Dean just nodded it in front of the goalkeeper, and seeing that net bulge sent the hundreds of Farnham Town fans now in that corner into jubilation.
If we saw pressure over the last 10 minutes from Sutton, I'm not sure what's going to happen now.
I might get you a blindfold, Paul.
God,
I might. 7 minutes remain of normal time.
I'm glad Sutton have actually put that new stand up when they went into the Football League, because if Farnham sink any deeper, they might have been behind that. We don't want any of that. We need to get the ball again. Let's have another little snap chance again, because I'm sure Sutton are going to be in the same position doing the same thing.
Simper, right hand side for Sutton. There's still a long way to go. Simper on the right. Here he comes. Thinks it into the area. Ogbonna breaks from him. Left footed shot into the corner. And Sutton United equalise. It's 2-2.
What a game.
Oh, these ties are going to keep The heart racing for many people because Sutton United have equalised. It's agonising for Farnham because Dean had just put them in front a couple of moments before. It's a seesaw game again. It's goals galore, it's chaos, it's action, and it ain't over yet because it's Sutton 2, Farnham 2.
Oh dear. Is it really a game of football? I'm not sure what's going into this.
I don't know what it is.
It's like something in the playground. Some of these kind of little errors, the amount of goals, timing when they get hold of the ball again, it's all gone pretty crazy.
It is crazy. Over the top it goes towards the Sutton striker Nadesan, and then Mason tries to clear. Nadesan gets there. Sutton throw right hand side, taken quickly. Simper plays it back. I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know if I can take extra time. Ogbonna, right hand side, 2-2, 5 remain. Ogbonna again! Oh, turns it towards the goalkeeper, Zaki Awala. Luckily, we're straight at him. He's a good player, that Ogbonna, though. There's been some players I won't forget for a while from these games, because it does seem to be the same players in each of these ties have stepped up for their side.
Definitely.
Sutton put it out of play though, under no pressure really. Farnham throw on this left hand side, which Brandon Mason will come and take in conversation with Paul Johnson, the Farnham town manager here. Purcell receives the ball from the throw, then gives it away, does Mason, then they give it away. Jack Dean, over to his brother Owen, left hand side, who thought he'd won it. Now Obi into Owen Dean. Owen Dean across. Liddle. It's Obi. Left hand side of the box. Obi! Oh! Wow.
No.
He's really not done the right thing there because he's fired it towards the near post. If he pulls that across goal, even a Sutton touch has got to be better than shooting from that angle. He was never going to get it in from there, was he, Paul?
No, not at all. He's kind of made the wrong decision there. I think it was, I'm not sure who was waiting in. I think it was Liddle in the middle waiting there with his arms up, kind of waiting for the ball to come across, but totally the wrong decision. If that had gone in, I'm not sure how it would have squeezed in, but...
Tizzard on the ball, stepping forward here into Simper. Tizzard on the overlap again, lofted towards the penalty area, cleared away. Then Obi comes back, plays it round to Owen Dean. Tees it up over the top. Liddle chasing onto it. Goalkeeper comes, and so does the defender, who nods it back. But Farnham, well, even since the goal, have looked a bit more threatening going forward. That's given them confidence because they'd sunk a bit, like you were saying, with that brilliant analogy about Sutton's old stand. Here's Nadesan at that end, across goal, deflected away, comes to the edge of the area, shooting opportunity. Simper with it, deflects high. And Owala comes out, really brave goalkeeping, got his body in the way, got his hands on it, he takes it down, the clock ticks on again, 3 minutes remain, 2-2, Paul.
I think every second's taking 10 seconds. I'm kind of watching the game, wondering what's going to happen next, and I'm kind of falling into that pattern of watching it going towards our goal. I said just before Owen scored, I can't see us creating and a football opening. We needed something to kind of come out of the blue, which it did, but again I feel the same now because Sutton have got the ball in much better control than Farnham, but I still think there's something else that's going to happen.
At the back for Farnham, back to Owala. He's really good with his feet though, Owala, has to be said. Dean tries to head it, misses it. Tizzard now the back, plays it back to Harry Phipps. I'm going to see these players in my sleep tonight. I've watched Sutton play it across their back three so much over the last few days. Kinane clears it away, it feels like it anyway. Nadesan, right hand side, Simper scored one of their goals. Really good player, Wanderer left foot, actually scored with his right though. Plays it back to Tizzard. Tizzard on the right hand side, attacking the Farnham penalty area here. Then Mason gets in. Oh, free kick given away. Decent area this. They want a yellow card for Mason. They're trying to get him sent off here, I think, Sutton. Has he? No, he's not been yellowed yet. He has now. Brandon Mason, yellow card. Oh, well, less than 2 minutes remaining normal time. How long added on? We won't have as much as at the weekend, I can tell you that. Was it 7?
7 minutes, and I think it was in 98 when they scored.
9, didn't it? Well, Sutton have got a decent opportunity with this free kick. Farnham got to defend this for their lives. Really switch on. These are the moments that can define it. in from this right-hand side. Simper over the ball. Left-footed. Swings it in towards the far post. Headed away by Mason. Comes to Purcell, who then clears again high.
Win it.
Oh, it's
well done.
won. Play forward. Is Taylor offside? No, he's not, says the assistant. Taylor has it. Support coming.
it's a great-
Taylor towards Obi. Headed down by Sutton, who eventually get it away up to Nadesan. Nadesan on the right to O'Bonnor, and now they attack. O'Bonnor still going down the right. Mason comes across. Nadesan in the penalty area. It's Tizzard actually getting up there, and Kinane does well. Clears it left-footed down this near side. Well played, Farnham. They need to get back. They need to defend. I wonder how Harry Hugo, the Farnham owner, is feeling back from his holiday in the Maldives in the weekend. Now he's in the away end. Here's Tizzard. Tizzard towards the far post. Big opportunity. Oh, it's missed by Sutton. They couldn't take it down. Real opportunity on that left-hand side. Didn't saw their feet out. Crossed it again. Oh, and Njoku just chested it. And Uwala gets to it. Well, we're nearly at 90, folks.
That's a bad touch. Has let us off there.
Honestly, everyone in this press box having the stands just turned to each other and just puffed out and said, wow. What, 2-2?
6 minutes. Oh,
really?
Sounds like a pattern.
Njoku coming forward, wipes out by Jack Dean. And Jack Dean will get a yellow card here. That's a bit worrying. 2 yellow cards in a few minutes. Oh. I do not know what's going to happen next. I'll tell you one thing.
Well, I'm
starting to think it's not going to be an early night.
No. The thing is, we've said we can't predict it, but if you look at the way things have happened, it's gone in a very similar way, with quite a little bit lesser goal scoring at the moment, and I don't know where it's going to go these last couple of minutes. Or what do we have? 6 minutes.
Whipped in from Sutton towards the far post. Owen Dean just glances it away, I think, does he? No.
Straight out.
Mason will take it. They've had one of the added 6 minutes. A reminder, the winner of this game will face Telford in the first round proper of the FA Cup. But if it stays like this in the remaining 5 additional minutes of the 6, then it will be extra time. And if we don't have a winner in extra time, penalties.
Well,
golden goal would be interesting in this competition, wouldn't
golden
it?
Goal.
Especially between these two. The way it's going, it'd be Farnham who get it normally. They have led now over the 2 legs. Let me get this straight. 5 times. Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ball over on this right-hand side. Nadesan coming forward. Defending to do here. Will it be Sutton who go in front? Pass into the area. O'Bonnor! Oh, and he shot towards the near post, curling. Had he arrowed it, it would have been more of a problem. Oh, a Wallop fouled by O'Bonnor there. Free kick then for O'Walla instead.
I think we need to accept here that we need to get to extra time. I don't know about scoring again.
Well, you say that, but as I said, Paul, they don't know how to do that, do they?
No.
Because they led 1-0, 2-1, 3-2 in the first game, and tonight they led 1-0, 2-1, now it's 2-2. Mason clears it, skews it. There's the tiredness kicking in, and who could blame him? He's put in 2 hell of a shifts in this game.
Yeah.
They must be looking at that clock saying no, please no to extra time tonight. Tizzard to be taking the throw. What's being said here?
2 balls.
Oh, 2 balls on the pitch. The stanchion got in the way.
Yeah.
Nothing like the stanchion we had in the way on Saturday there at the Memorial Ground. Tizzard on the right-hand side. Looks to play it down the line. Then Mason gets in, gives it away. Throw in to Sutton. Taken quickly and then given away by Sutton. Both sides just giving the ball to each other here.
Yeah.
But it's who gives it away in the most dangerous area, you feel now. Smashed away by Purcell, and Taylor's not going to have the legs for that. And it comes through to Aziah, the goalkeeper for Sutton. And back again with Phipps, and then Simper on the right-hand side. Down the line towards Tizzard. Simper again. Simper, and then Cooksley clears. 93 minutes. We're going to play at least 96, says the referee, who is Harry Wager this evening. Clipped over the top again towards Nadesan by Sutton. Edge of the penalty area. He goes down. Farnham throw. He wants a free kick. Not going to get one. Throw taken. Purcell to Mason. Whip ball forward again, given away. Sutton on the attack. Nadesan played back. Crossing opportunity from the right hand side here with Wadham, and then Ogbonna on his right foot looks for the cross, deflected, goes over that stand. Sutton United corner. 94 minutes played here, Paul.
This is very worrying. They're looking like the full-time club. That's the thing that I'm worried about. If we do get into extra time, I think our legs are going to be kind of very wary of what's going to happen. Let's deal with this corner first and see where we go from that.
Simba to whip it in. Corner, high towards the far post, heads going up, good header away from Kinane, then prodded back into the area, cleared. Taylor tries to take it down the halfway line, can't. Whip from Jones now down the Sutton right to Simper. Simper tries to go past Mason, and he can't. Mason does well. Mason runs away with it, plays it down to Obi. Obi shields it. Foul, free kick to Farnham. Or do they go for it in? Maybe may as well, don't know. 1 minute remaining of the added time.
I'm sure the pattern will be that we try and go and score instead of thinking, let's get to extra time and regroup.
Chris Agata in big discussions on the sideline with his players. Zaki Awala to take this clearance here. And into the final minute of the additional time. The linesman saying, can you take it back? Oh, they'll just put it forward anyway. That's what they normally do.
These are the little situations that I've always been worried about. We're in possession. We're looking to go forward.
If you give it away? Or what happens if you score? Awala into the penalty area. Kinane at the far post, comes to Owen Dean. 30 yards from goal, right hand side. Plays it out to the right. Leggett is going to cross it in. Headed away at the near post. Comes to Purcell on the edge of the area. Keeps it alive. Big Sutton head away again. Kinane though, back at them. Headed away by Sutton. Falls down. Liddell. All cleared away again by Sutton. Mason. Whistle coming. You feel, is it extra time or have we got one last opportunity? Purcell over to the right. Leggett. One last chance for Farnham maybe before extra time. Over the lap is Cooksley. Cross it in. Roll into the goalkeeper and into his arms, and it will be extra time. Well, over 2 games of football, nothing can separate Sutton United and Farnham Town. It's finished here at full time with extra time to come, and with a place in the first round of the FA Cup up for grabs. Sutton United 2, Farnham Town 2. Wow, Paul.
I've got to get off. I've left the car on a parking meter, so I'm going to have to go for the last half an hour. I'm not sure I can stay and watch this.
Oh, this is quite something, isn't it?
It's a proper FA Cup tie.
Have you been in this position? We'll get a little bit analytical for a moment, since we've got a few minutes to kill. Have you been in that position as a manager before, where you go, actually we might have in extra time, how you go about it, what you say when you're having this little huddle around the pitch now?
Do you know what? In other cup competition, a lot lesser cup competitions, you kind of, I have, but obviously nothing like at this level. But you kind of at this stage there, I think you've just got to try and make sure they've got the right energy, and I think you're waiting just for that one off. But I think the players have that much belief that they're going to just keep going forward whenever they can, and try and open Sutton up. I can't see anything now. You go into the next half an hour, first 15 minutes is going to be such a hard one mentally as well, because they've been up against it, even though they've had 2 or 3 breaks, and even when Owen scored, we were pushed back in our own half at that point, and I just think that the mental strength comes into it now, where mentally it's got to keep your body going, because things get opened up, and like I said, you can see Sutton and full-time club, the difference in the fitness levels. That's my only little worry as the time goes longer and longer, but I do have that belief we will create something again.
Now that you'll laugh at this, I just had a little worry as Paul Johnson just calls his team in. I had a little worry in my head there when we book these commentaries on the BBC Sport website now, we have a certain time we book them until. And when I had the decision to make it at the weekend, on whenever it was, probably yesterday morning, I'm that FA Cup out. I couldn't tell you what day it is now. I thought, did we do it until 10 o'clock? No, there'd be extra time. I thought, all right, 10:30? Nah, quarter to 11 in case. And in the end, I got away with it because quarter to 11 will be all right if it goes to penalties, won't we? That's good. We don't want to miss anyone, do we?
God, you could imagine that. He's regrouping them. He's probably saying, get some oxygen in, lads. We've got half an hour to go.
Well, it is a night that Farnham Town will never forget in their history, no matter what happens. They won't forget Saturday, they won't forget tonight, because this is really as incredible as it gets. Sutton United 2, Farnham Town 2, Sutton United in a huddle. Just together, drinks break, but Farnham Town a lot more emotional. There's a lot more emotion to it for them. They are arms wrapped around them in claret and blue, white shorts and claret socks. And I would think that every one of those Farnham Town fans in the corner there, who luckily for them aren't getting rained on anymore, are still going tonight. It's still not going anyway. They're still here.
No, they won't be going now. I think the belief's there, and they've supported them so well over the last two ties. Like I said, the amount which have travelled up this evening has been absolutely excellent. I think that drives you on as a player.
Well, I've just seen Zaki Awala going over toward them as in his line green. He's just sort of gesturing to them, lift with his arms in the air, and they're giving him a little bit of applause. It's what you want, isn't it? It's what you need.
I think like what you've just said, whatever happens at the end of this evening, where Farnham Town Football Club got to be able to entertain, perform, and deliver two ties like they have over the last few days has been absolutely amazing. So, we've still got half an hour to go. Let's see where it goes there. If it does go even further, that will probably top off the excitement over the last two games to end up in a penalty shootout. But let's make sure the boys can stick in there and maybe nick something in this next half an hour.
We're ready to go then.
Really didn't want another half an hour.
No, I must admit I didn't. And I said that selfishly because I think I said it already, but it's fourth game in 4 days. I'm not sure I still want my voice.
Yeah.
Especially after I've commentated on what I thought might be 5 Farnham Town winners now.
Well,
maybe the 6 I'll just go, they've scored.
Yeah. Do you know what, though? The chances that we've ended up actually having over the two ties, I think we were in front by chances. And if you look at, I think people have forgotten that we've hit the post twice in the first half, and then we've ended up in another tense situation now. Credit to Sutton again, though. Like I said, I don't want to sound like I'm kind of putting them down.
No, they've shown character, right, as well.
Exactly.
Both sides have.
Yeah.
Well, we're away with Sutton from right to left. I guess it's like a new. It's like a new game. 2-2. Doesn't matter now. It's whether someone can nick it before the end of the tie.
I think that's how you've got to look at it. You're kind of all even. And I think those are the kind of things, you've got Owen Dean then, he's putting his... He's
done well with giving away. Jones on the left-hand side. He switched wings here. Simper in the middle. And just about claimed in the middle of the park there by Wadham. Wadham again, and then Simper comes forward. Nice ball over to the right. Here's Tizard now for Sutton United. Plays it down the right channel. 2-2 in extra time here on the BBC Sport website and app. I was going to see how the other ties are going, how Woking were getting on as well tonight.
Thought everybody had forgotten about the rest of the ties.
Well, I think I had, to be honest, until I had a moment. And they lost in the end 6-2 at Brackley tonight. That's a hell of a scoreline, isn't it? For 6-2. 6-2 to Brackley.
Wow.
Tonight. Wow. That is a quite evenly matched sides, you think, maybe.
Yeah.
Jones over on the left-hand side for Sutton, who've shifted the ball from left to right at the start of extra time. It's going to be played at that pace, I think, because, well, if we're out of puff in terms of our commentary, imagine how it would feel to be on the pitch. Jones to take it. Former Aldershot captain, whose manager Tommy Widrington resigned today from the club. Tizzard now on the ball. Passes it down the right hand side. And then intercepted well by Farnham, who win a free kick in their left back area. Ryan Kinane stepping away. He's been towering, he's been brilliant, hasn't he?
He's been awesome since he's come to the club. He's worn the armband, and it's a silly old saying, but he's been like a model pro. He's everything he does.
Zaki Awala with the chance to clear here. He joined him only in February this year after promotion with Chesham United. And he back end last season kept 9 clean sheets in 16 games. Pretty good ratio. Here comes the free kick in that left side of his outside of his box. Obi goes down. No free kick. Liddell then in behind on the second bounce. Cleared away by Sutton. Leggett, who's got more legs than the rest of the players, came on in the second half. Taylor then tries to clear it down the right, given away, and now Sutton have it at the back. Well, I'll tell you what as well, league game at the weekend. Well, next for both these clubs, it's going to be tough, isn't it, as well now? Yeah,
I nearly said it in the 90 minutes, a kind of what will happen after this fixture. Like you say, for both teams really, they're in different situations in their leagues, where one's trying to kind of get some points on the ball to make sure they creep up it, and after a couple of ties like this, that's going to be quite hard. I don't know who Sutton's fixture is, but you've got Farnham, I think they're playing Weymouth at the weekend, where they're unbeaten in the league and wanting to put more points, but whatever anyone says, this is definitely going to take it out of any kind of player.
Jack Dean, left-footed ball down the left-hand side, goes through to David Aziaya, the goalkeeper, and Sutton now bring it forward again. Tizzard back to his goalkeeper. We've had 4 minutes of extra time so far. Still Sutton 2, Farnham 2. Chris Agata looks really frustrated with
I was just watching him as well.
Ball now in midfield with Charlie Bell, the substitute in the academy for Sutton. And Jones, left-hand side, onto his right foot. Yeah, I mean, we've literally seen nothing, really, in extra time so far. Intercepted the pass from Sutton. It becomes a little bit like a game of chess, really, you know, at this stage, because you're just looking to try and, let's like this, thread it through to Njoku, right-hand side of the box. Chance for Sutton, this. Njoku pulls it back, and Mason intercepts and clears, and then he gets it down to Owen Dean, who turns and does well and gets in behind the Sutton defender, then goes down. Free kick, well done Owen Dean. That was absolutely brilliant. Tremendous play. And it just relieves the pressure. It gives them a free kick inside their own half, over on the left. 5 minutes into extra time, still 2-2, and it's still Robin Gray and Paul Tanner, the former manager of Farnham and now director here alongside me this evening.
Game of chess you mentioned. It was more like an old school game of drafts, where it was back and forth. I don't think the technical side of this game's come into a lot at the moment. I think you've got a side which are raring to go and score in direct way with the ball at their feet, and another team which have kind of kept probably a little bit possession, but have always found themselves behind and been able to claw back something at the right time.
Nawala's got a free kick into the penalty area. Cooksley might keep it in, right hand side. It just went out. It's the right idea from him though. Couldn't quite get there. If he had, and the keep, well, maybe, you never know. Jones though, left hand side now for Sutton towards Njoku, tries to win the header. Leggett at the right back position, clears it away up towards the halfway line. Liddell steps in. Here's Cooksley, great ball over to Dean, nods it into Obi trying to get in behind here, slips as Tizzard comes across, and Sutton will try and break it down their right. 6.5 minutes played. They're away now with Ogbonna on the right hand side. Good opportunity this. Simper edge of the box onto his left foot, now onto his right. Simper still going, still wiggling his way through, puts it into the side netting, took a deflection Best chance in extra time so far, still 2-2. Corner to Sutton in front of the Farnham fans in that corner.
It's the same pattern, isn't it? Every time, kind of Sutton build that little bit of pressure again.
And Simper must be sick of going over and taking corners over there. That's what he's got here. In swinger, whipped in, headed away well by, guess who? Owen Dean. He's everywhere. I don't care at this point, Paul. I'm talking him up. I don't care which shooters are listening. He is golden, that boy. I never know. He might even have another moment tonight.
He's got it in him, 100%. He's got it in him. I think someone could make a name for themselves from either team.
You know when you see a footballer though at a young age who's so mature in the way they play? That's him, isn't it?
Oh, 100%.
Defending corners, taking down the ball from wide, bringing in others, then dribbling, and you know he's got it all. Jones though for Sutton, whips it in. Kinane heads it away at the near post. Comes to Cooksley, who gets his head in there. Then he'll clear it on the second attempt. Then stabbed back by Sutton, edge of the area. Jones. Then here's a chance for the strike for the young lad who's Charlie Bell, who was chased down by Farnham. Big applause from the Farnham fans in the corner, rallying them on here as they have to withstand a bit of pressure. 8 minutes played of this extra time period here. It'll go past 10 o'clock, I can tell you that this evening, at the very least. Throw into Sutton on that right hand side.
Going back to Owen, he's even, I've known him since the age of 6, and since he's been at the club, and he's had that natural football maturity even as a kid with what he was doing, finishing goals for fun, as if like it was just already built in him.
Bonner from the throw for Sutton, wriggles into the penalty area, left-footed strike, and it just goes a couple of yards over the bar. He's dangerous. He scored that goal to make it 2-2. Luckily for Farnham, it goes over the crossbar, and it does remain level.
Yeah, level score. As the minutes tick on.
I don't know if I can do penalties. I don't know about you. But you know what? In some ways, in penalties, it's never fair to kind of settle anything.
No.
When two sides have been matched over two legs, in the end, you think they could play forever and it'll keep being a draw.
Yeah, you're kind of right there. I don't know if that could be the kiss of death and watch a goal come in now in the next kind of couple of minutes, but we can't. We must be due for a goal, surely, in this tie.
We've waited. Well, look how I felt after 5 minutes of the game this evening. I was itching for one then, the way we got it in the first leg. Liddell commits the fouls. The ball went up to him in the Sutton half. They take a quick free kick now over towards the centre circle. And Bonner coming forward down the right-hand side. Nearly plays it out, doesn't. Simper now onto his left foot. Cooksley intercepts. Cooksley.
Here we go.
Plays it in. Here comes Liddell. Liddell into the penalty area, right hand side, pulls it across, nobody home. It was a really good ball, but expecting the likes of Taylor to get on the end of that, and even Obi, who in terms has probably felt like he's been on the pitch quite a long time now, even though he was a substitute. It was going to be difficult for someone to get on the end of it, but it was the right idea.
I think those kind of situations of where we are at the moment, we're just kind of, there's nothing kind of definite in my mind that we're kind of creating. We're getting to an area.
That's given away by Sutton at the back. Liddell through.
Get your angle.
Liddell in the penalty area onto his left foot. What can he do with it? Plays a bit back to Cooksley. Cooksley out to Leggett. Right hand side. Leggett's cross in. Headed away by Sutton. Comes to the edge of the area with Purcell now. And then back out to this right hand side. Jack Dean back over to Cooksley. Cooksley the substitute to Leggett. And then intercepted by Farnham, and here they come with Charlie Bell.
Shape again,
yeah, dangerous this. Njoku, it must feel like he's played forever tonight. Plays it inside. Simper drives it right outside. Bonner, chance for Sutton here. 12 minutes of extra time played. 2-2, edge of the box. Simper plays it, and then clips over to the left hand side. There'll be too much on that. Sutton can't keep it in. Well, and it's that. The scoreboard stopped. Well, after maybe that's it. Maybe it's coming up to 10 o'clock. They need to put some more money in the meter. As Farnham take the throw in their right back position, and Leggett clears it right-footed down the line into Liddell now. Liddell, what can he do? Plays it into Owen Dean. Owen Dean does really well, and he keeps it. Owen Dean 30 yards out. Owen Dean to the right. Here's Taylor in the penalty area for Farnham. Across goal! Oh, just tipped away from Isaiah, the goalkeeper.
Now we're back again.
And now Njoku at the other end.
Win it, well done.
Purcell has it. Farnham still with the ball. Cooksley going forward with no one to go to. Plays it back to Leggett. The best chance Farnham have had since they went 2-1 up in this game. It's 2-2 now though, and we're well into extra time. As the long ball goes forward from Zakiawala and no one there, and Tizard comes out from the back three for Sutton and plays it down their right hand side. Here's Simper approaching half time in extra time here on the BBC Sport website and app. With Simper again. Down the line it goes. Receives the ball again. Well, I'd running out of ideas. Yeah,
it's kind of like, are they worried about losing the ball in case something breaks?
Well, I think Sutton should be worried about losing the ball though, because I think Canane has it now, and Taylor over the top and Obi running in behind. But there's a chance in it still. We look at that. I mean, you whip a ball across goal like that, tips away from the keeper. That could easily have been a goal for Farnham.
Oh, totally.
Sutton have had their chances in extra time, but Farnham's there was pretty almighty one. Jones over the top though for Sutton. Going to be kept in by Nadesan, just as it was going to go for a goal kick. Really good play from Ashley Nadesan. With him is Jones. Instead he goes back to, he's a good player. Here comes Charlie Bell. Bell wriggles through. Bell, far post over everyone. No one there. Goes out for a throw in. The clock's all over the show here. It just said 12:50. It said 12. Now it says 13:40. I don't know what's going on.
Been a bit like the two ties, really, that clock.
Yeah.
You're not sure what's going to come up there next, is it?
Well, the clock's lost its mind.
I don't know. Are they showing the penalties that may be happening at the end? 13:44 or something.
Oh my goodness me. Obi trying to receive the ball over the top. 2-2. If you're still with us, you should be. It has been exciting. It's been long, I'll give you that. It's like that 3.5 hour movie, which is brilliant, and you know if you sit through it all, it'll have an ending you won't forget. It's just whether it's going to be a happy one or a gutting one for Farnham Town. Whatever happens, it's been a hell of a journey, and it's 2-2 here. Sutton United 2, Farnham Town 2. Oh yeah, 10 o'clock news probably next. It says 14:30 now. Sutton on the ball. I don't know what it's doing. Jones left hand side, and that's a foul on Farnham because Liddell won the ball.
I think
someone over there said come on in the
I think the only guarantee about your film comment is that there won't be a trilogy here. It's definitely going to be over tonight.
Yeah.
I'm just looking round at I'm not sure the dugouts know what's going on really. It's two games like this.
Yeah.
What an advert.
Yeah. Definitely stick with us this evening. So oh, now look at the scoreboard now, Paul.
Well, there you go.
It's gone. Well, it's half time and extra time.
I think that's what that means. When the scoreboard goes blank, the half time whistle goes.
Well, I don't know what to say. 2-2. Sutton had their chance in the first half of extra time. Farnham Town had their chance as well. One chance. We are 15 minutes in. We've got 15 minutes to go at the very least. And what we do also know.
Oh, we're back on the scoreboard. It's showing a BBC Two black and white film up there now. It's brilliant.
Well, I tell you what, they might be showing this one in years to come because at half time and extra time, it is Sutton United 2, Farnham Town 2. There's a couple of has Sutton still got a sub? They have. They've got a couple of players warming up. Where are we at with Farnham subs, Paul? I think we're probably now we're Leggett, Purcell, Liddell,
go on the full distance. Max Meaton
you get
still.
A sixth, I think, in the FA Cup.
I think there is six.
Time.
Yeah.
Looking around if someone else knows. I don't know if anyone knows.
I'm not sure what to say anymore.
No. Well,
I looked at both the teams when the half-time whistle just went for in the extra time, and both teams just kind of like walked towards the dugout as if to say, have we got to go again? What's actually happening? Is it still going on?
Yeah, it's definitely something we will never...
There's still plenty of motivation down there by Farnham. They look at the side which kind of seem to be up for it a little bit still, so it's that slight uncontrolled football with Farnham at the moment, and hopefully the legs will get them through another 15 minutes. There's a few getting a bit of cramp treatment down there. I'm not sure what you had to pay for a ticket to come here tonight, but
no, it's been worth it.
It's definitely been worth it, both home and away.
I think there's a bit more than 1,000 here, but yeah, you're saying you weren't sure how many they've sold. I mean, these games are tricky because they come around so quickly.
Yeah.
And you have to, I mean, even us, you know, planning, and it's a lot in a short space of time. Well, we are ready to go. The second half of extra time here between Sutton United and Farnham Town. 2-2 it is. Music off. Clock back. Says 15. I think they went and found the £2 needed to keep the electricity on for another 15 minutes maybe. Cooksley will take the restart here.
I've just seen 2 new gerbils go in the wheel for the generator, so
to start.
Here we go.
Cooksley gets us underway. We'll miss it when it's gone, this fixture. I'll tell you that. Clips over the top. And Aziai, the goalkeeper, brings it out. Will Tizard now comes forward, clips it over the top. Nadesan nods it back inside to Simper. Purcell lofted over to the right.
I've just had a message come through. It looks like there's about 1,400 people in here, and Farnham are close to 400.
Wow, that's wonderful, isn't it?
That's brilliant.
A night you probably never thought, Paul, you'd see, and that's sort of following away from home.
I can't say honestly. I mean, as much as I said on Saturday, I thought we had a chance. I'd never think I'd see 2 games like this.
No. Taylor down the right hand side for Farnham towards the corner flag, does really well into the penalty area. Taylor opens up for Taylor. Can he shoot? Oh, it's blocked. He did really well. He found the legs from somewhere. Cleared away though, and Sutton try and get going down the right, and Ashley Nadesan, he did brilliantly there. Taylor, there were options in the penalty area. I don't want to be harsh on him for shooting. He's got a great left foot, and maybe if it had got through that first player, it might have found the net.
I think the thing is, what you'll see a lot of now, people which are getting into those areas individually, they're going to want to be the main man and get that goal, where sometimes that little pass might help, but he's out there again now.
Here's Liddell, right hand side, good run from him. Who's he got with him? Oh, trying to pull it back, didn't quite work out. Purcell trying to intercept. Here's Njoku coming forward, right, left, into the penalty area. Oh, well played, Jack Dean.
Well done, Jack Dean.
Resilient, warrior-like defending, gets his body in the way and wins a free kick. 2 minutes into the second half of extra time, 17 minutes on the clock. And it is Sutton United 2, Farnham Town 2.
Is the pattern going to go into extra time and somebody score a third, or are we going to be looking at some very tired legs taking penalties?
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see. Obi tries to win the header. It is a Farnham ball over on that right hand side. The crowd finding their voices a little bit in both the corners. And Leggett, who's done really well at right back, has to be said, since coming on.
Yeah, 100%.
Throws it down the right hand side to Obi. Obi wins a throw in. And it's right by the corner flag. And Leggett goes over, gets a massive applause.
I think
they're banging the boards.
Owen Dean's going over. I think he's going to try and throw it into the box.
Well, why not? You've got to throw it into the area at this stage, haven't you? There's no point not. Owen Dean's so good aerially, but he has got a bit of the Rory Delap about him, a loopy throw at that anyway, and in it comes this time into the penalty area. It was quite a tired threat, has to be said. Made it back out to the right though. Dean skews it into the area, onto the goalkeeper. It was sort of lofty. I think that someone had got on the end of it, didn't quite get there. Sutton now bring it out.
Back to the controlled football again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess Chris Agaton needs games to get his ideas across here at Sutton. He'll feel like he's had probably more than 3 games in charge by the end of tonight. Mason intercepted, ball over to Simper. Simper now, chance this for Sutton, whipped in, far post header coming in, great block, brilliant defending. I think it was Leggett who got there in front of him. Absolutely brilliant. Then Cooksley comes away, throw into Farnham, deflected ball going forward. Paul Johnson gives a massive bit of applause there to Tom Leggett, who blocked that header, and that header could have been goal bound, you know.
He's defended that excellently. He's played most of his football at Farnham in a midfield role, but coming on and going in at right back there, he's been superb. Here he goes again.
Yeah, down the right hand side. He's got great legs, great pace as well. Going forward, Njoku though wins it and tries to play in Nadesan. Nadesan in behind Jack Dean. Nadesan on the left hand side.
Get the shape, that's it.
Onto his right foot, plays it back. Bell, Nadesan. Whip back here.
Crowd not liking that at all.
Yeah, he did, doesn't he? See, a guy behind me just went, oh no.
Yeah.
O'Bonner, they might be going, oh yes, here. O'Bonner across goal for Sutton, looking for the winner. 20 minutes played in extra time, 10 to go, 2-2 here on the BBC Sport website and app. A pulsating game, one of the best FA Cup ties I've ever witnessed, both of them. Left hand side now for Sutton once again. Pulled back into midfield. Wadham across to Tizard. They have got that last change, and it's going to be Junior Eccleston from Sutton's bench to come on. Oh, trying to intercept the ball there as Sutton come forward again.
Come away with it again.
I'm just wondering if Max Meaton's not being brought on because he's not maybe ready in some ways, Paul. Is that why? We'll stay with this though. O'Bonner into the area. O'Bonner pulls it back, strike, blocked, and then just about clipped by Leggett. Resilient defending again, but last ditch, and now it opens up for Bell. Njoku strike! Just wide of that far post. Best chance in extra time by some way. Not far off the far post. Sutton nearly going in front, remains 2-2 with 9 minutes remaining, and the change here is seeing Aaron Jones, the captain, come off, and on comes Eccleston.
Strangely, I'm quite happy that chance has come, because usually we then get one, the way the game's been going. Yeah, Max, like I said, he's not had any minutes. He's had a couple of, I think we played in the Surrey Senior Cup. He had some minutes then, but I'm not sure the intensity of this game, of where and how he may fit in.
Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? Jones has gone down with cramp here as the physio treats him, not surprised. Throw out, header goes out for throw for Farnham on the left hand side. 22 minutes of extra time played, 2-2. Robin Gray with you on commentary. We're seeing him, Paul Tanner, the director here at Farnham Town.
Can't lose it there.
Mason to Liddell, over to the right hand side, over the halfway line they come. Bit of space here for Leggett, over down the right. Taylor on his right foot. Taylor low, near post, cleared, goes out of play. Does it? No, stays in play. Leggett does well. 1-2 with Purcell. Leggett again, plays it forward to Cooksley. Comes back to Purcell. Oh, it's a tired ball, and Kinane just gets there. Smashes it forward. Might go for Dean. Dean takes it down in the area. How on earth that made it to Dean? It was a panic clearance that made its way into the penalty area. Dean took it down, just couldn't quite get the angle to shoot. Put behind, but it's a Farnham Town corner. 7 minutes of extra time remain here.
That's the little snap chance I think that we're going to create. I don't think we're going to be passing through kind of and getting an opportunity. I think a little mistake we might latch onto, or something freak that happens.
Here comes the corner now, and it's Harry Cooksley who's going to take it. Who
proper tension. You look down at the dugouts.
From Love Island to the FA Cup, clips it in, far post, keeper flaps at it, and Sutton just about deal with it. It was right on him, and good challenge down the right from, oh, it was him again. It's just everywhere. Unbelievable
We're
stuff.
a little bit, oh, well done. Now keep it.
Mason comes forward. Here's his Taylor.
Oh,
Obi's in. He's in behind. In the penalty area. Obi for Farnham. Drills it towards goal. Blocks at the near post. It was a tame effort, but it was still not really dealt with brilliantly well by Sutton. Ball now out to this right hand side with Ogbonna. 6 remain. 2-2 in extra time. Penalties lurking. Ball now with Ogbonna again. And then Taylor dribbles it out, but it's a throw into Sutton. But Farnham are really, really showing, well, some great level-headedness, really, in this latter stage of extra time, and also showing the same sort of determination to still give themselves chances in this game and not just take it to penalties.
The determination over the last 2 have been unreal. You kind of, a lot of other sides would be drained of trying to get a goal and move forward with it, but they just keep coming back.
Masons has brilliantly wraps it around the attacking player for Sutton in the corner flag. Cooksley goes up for the header, goes out. Sutton throw, right hand side. 5 minutes remain. 2-2. Penalties looming here on the BBC Sport website and app this evening. Ball down the right to Nadesan.
That's good.
And it goes past Ogbonna.
All these little seconds are going to count. I still think one of these sides has got another big opening.
Well, you wouldn't rule it out. But even I think they could play another time. It'd be level this, and that's not to say there aren't really times you look back and think, could one team have won it in Farnham quite a few times? That's not just being biased there, is it?
No.
Middle though, having some defending to do here against Eccleston. Eccleston goes down
really?
middle. He's not complaining, but it's just tired foul, isn't it? Free kick to Sutton, left hand side. This will be dangerous, this, Paul. This is, again, I said it at the end of normal time, but never mind into extra time. You've got to get everything on this.
Got everything about it, and at this time of the game, great position.
Yeah, it's chance to
got to defend strongly here.
Yeah, definitely. We've got to hang on. It's Simper over the free kick. Now his quality has stayed quite regularly through these 2 ties. 3.5 minutes left in extra time. Free kick to be taken, left hand side, level the edge of the penalty area, whipped in, free header, just over the roof of the net.
Thank you.
It's caught at the near post. Big opportunity that. I think it was Phipps, the centre back, who scored what feels like 3 years ago in the game on Saturday. And it remains 2-2, and Zakiwala over it. As a manager, do you think that you just sort of a bit helpless? You're like, you just got to encourage, and you just that's it. Your arms out.
You're hoping that people's energy hangs on. You hoping that you may get an opportunity with the right person in front of goal. There's nothing really you can do now. It's literally kind of adrenaline keeping people going.
Taylor for Farnham. This might be their moment. Into the dying moments here. Ball on the overlap. Cross goal. Cleared away by Sutton. It's a Farnham Town throw-in. Level with the edge of the penalty area. Huge shimmy of applause from the 400 travelling supporters on that far side. Looking to try and get a late winner. Wow, that would be something. Ball taken short down the line to Cooksley. And the return ball.
Goal kick.
Goes out. Goal kick.
Yeah,
2 minutes left. 2-2. Penalties looming. What are you saying, Paul? What do you think?
Do you know what, I'm kind of thinking where Sutton may be, but again, fair play to them. They still look like both teams are going for that goal to go and win it. And I think in a competition like this, you kind of think Do we settle it? Do we go to penalties? Do we keep trying? The game's been so open at times from end to end. It's nearly been insane watching it.
Eccleston now down the left-hand side. Tizzard now on the right. Play down to Ogbonnet. Ogbonnet in from the right. Phipps on the ball. Phipps into Bell in midfield. Again, back out to Ogbonnet. Here for Sutton. Still time for another chance, no doubt. Simper, good skill. Simper plays in Nadesan, right hand side of the box, pulled back, big opportunity. Oh, Sutton have got the winner in the dying moments. It's heartbreak for Farnham Town. They really don't deserve that. The Sutton bench go wild. Stabbed into the corner of the net. Well, Farnham have given everything. And Will Tizzard slotted it into the corner. There's no other words than heartbreak. There are no words. It's painful. It hurts. But there has to be pride at this. There has to be pride, because despite losing it late on, and they must have done now, because we're at the end of extra time.
Literally can't let that. You're not going to come back from that.
Paul, they're giving everything. One minute added on.
Yeah.
We never know. Zakiawala at the back. 3-2 to Sutton. It really is heartbreak. I think even Sutton supporters would have sympathy here with Farnham. Lofted ball over towards Liddell, headed away, and then Sutton clear again. And now it's up to a striker, Njoku, and they just about keep it in on this right side. Ogbonnet calling for the corner and the whistle here. Up to Njoku again, who turns, plays in Nadesan. They want the goal, but corner's the option if they want to win the game. Nadesan keeps it in by the corner flag. Farnham though, win a throw in. Left hand side. 3-2 to the home side. Canane clears it. Headed away by Sutton. And then breaks for Farnham. Cooksley over to the right hand side. This is Leggett. Over down the right. Taylor in behind. Taylor in the penalty area. Poured across goal. Chance to the far post. Just cleared away. Liddell was there. There's full time. Sutton celebrate like they've won the cup. Farnham players sink to their knees. It's severe heartbreak. But you know what? Their 400 supporters in the corner are applauding, because they've played like warriors. They've given everything. And Paul Johnson walks straight onto the pitch and picks them up, because they will be forever remembered for this run. The furthest the Farnham Town side have got in the competition. They were so close on numerous occasions over the last two games to making it to the first round proper. It's devastating that they haven't, but they have to take so much pride of what they've done for not just the football club, but for the town itself. Full time, Sutton United 3, Farnham Town 2. Paul, I know you're lost for words.
Do you know
what's your emotions right now?
My emotion is how far the boys have kind of come with the journey where the club's wanting to be. I'm kind of quiet because I'm a little bit amazed, and it kind of proves what we've done, because I don't know, it just feels that Sutton are celebrating to a level where they know they probably don't deserve it. And that might sound harsh me saying it, but when you look at all the minutes that's been played in these two ties, we've actually created some open opportunities at the right time of the game that unfortunately we haven't taken. But credit to them, they kept going, they kept playing, they kept doing the right things, they got their opportunity and they took it. I wish them luck in the next tie, but let's not forget where Farnham Town has come from and got to this position to take a national side to extra time. The last minute, we took them at home in a 90-minute period, leading all the way. And let me just highlight that the difference between the levels was squeezed right down in these two games. You couldn't be prouder for the boys of what they've gone and done. And I think it just shows where the club wants to go, what it is capable of doing on the field and off the field, with the support that they've had turning up this evening. I might be a little bit numb again for different reasons, but bearing in mind that is the only time Sutton have been in front of us. It's a complete shock. It's a proper FA Cup story, but for me personally, you couldn't be any prouder of where the club's got to, where the playing staff have got to. Probably take a long time for them to forget something like this, but I'm sure Paul Johnson will get them back up and running and look at all the positives to go into the league game on Saturday. It's just, I don't really know what else to say. Just proud of everyone involved in the club, and good luck to Sutton as they move on.
Paul, it's been a pleasure over these two legs, and look at the players just coming off now. The Farnham Town players come over. Thank you for being with us. I won't forget these two games, and Farnham Town, I think, will be at this level one day.
Embedded in you now. It's embedded in you.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much.
Thanks to those of you who listened. If you've been with us for both games, I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a brilliant evening, and remember that you've just been hearing the drama of the FA Cup, which will live on with our coverage on BBC Radio Surrey. Good night.